No worries.
One more time. Hi guys, sorry. Welcome back to another TTS Tutelage of Warhammer 40k. One day I'll be really good at this streaming thing. Apparently today's not that day. So today we have two players who are more aware of the rules for their armies than I am, which is great because Admec is a hot mess of rules and Tau is really hard to make really good right now, so I'm glad they know what they're doing. So we have Dusty Fuzz who will be piloting the Admec today. Dusty, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Excellent. Awesome. And Gillum will be piloting the Tau. How are you doing today, Gillum?
I'm doing very good. Thank you.
Awesome. So I'll be mostly helping on the TTS aspect today, as well as we're actually going to hit some stratagems today because I seem to know their armies pretty well, which is awesome. So we're just going to hop right down to it. We'll start talking army lists in a moment. These, again, were pre-made thanks to Aggressively Meaning, again, for making these wonderful, awesome armies. And then there's been a little bit tweaks that we'll talk into for the Tau side, just give them a little bit more punch, because we're a little bit worried about how much punchiness they'll have against the new Admec. And then we'll talk a little bit about some of the TTS tools that you'll be using throughout the game. And then we'll just kind of get right into it. Once again, I want to thank Malice from the 40k TTS Warhammer Discord, who has been helping set up these streams, helping set up the different community events, which is awesome. I want to give a big old shout out to the 40k TTS Reddit, as well as 40k TTS Discord. It's great places for you to get started, to ask questions, if you need help to get it. All the files that you see of all the assets that we're using today were from there. And then, of course, if you would like to ever watch me, my name is Grandalf _TS at twitch.tv. I just stream a bunch of random stuff. I'm in the middle of a move, unfortunately, so I don't know what I'll be getting to next week, but hopefully there'll be some 40k in there somewhere. So with all that said, let's play some Warhammer. You guys ready?
Yeah.
No mercy, no respite!
Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, Dusty. Thanks for Dusty. Different Dusty. It's Dusty Boys we just saw, not Dusty Fuzz. Alright, so let's just talk some very, very simple just ways to move around in TTS first, just to get you guys used to it. So, highlighting full units very, very easy if you just want to highlight all the like units. And then you just press and hold click to pick them up. It's easy as that. And then once you've done that, I both want you guys to press 1, 2, 3, and 4 when you're holding those units up. And it's just a nice little way to consolidate them. Try not to do that while you're in the middle of a game, because that would technically count as movement, and you don't want to cheat your opponent or yourself out of movement. But it's a nice way to just initially set up your models if you're not trying to, like, really go for a big old spacing and just want to get them on the board. Another nice thing, if you want to go ahead, press 1 on one of those units. Number pad 1. This is something we did not cover last time that I should have. And you should see the, let's do it on the Cerberus Sulfur Hounds first. What a name. You should see list of the data sheet, all the keywords, all your abilities in case you forget them. And then if you notice at the bottom, there's a bunch of different colors. You see the colors I'm talking about there?
Mm-hmm.
So if, Dusty, I'm just going to do yours for your Cerberus Raiders. If I click red, it's going to actually highlight that whole unit red. And what that's for is actually if you take one model and move it out of coherency, well, it'll actually stop being highlighted. So that's an easy way to also keep you in track of coherency. And the closer you move, it'll get coherency back in. Not sure how it works for units over 6 because coherency rules are a little bit different for units over 6, but I do believe it works. Make sense there?
Mm-hmm.
Not sure how it works for Tau either, because I know the shield drones become like independent units. Is that right, or something like that?
Yeah. The moment they hit the table, they're no longer counted as the original unit, which is strange and weird and wonderful.
Yes. Thank you, Vals. I thought I had gotten rid of that and I forgot. And I also need to do one thing. Oh, you know, YouTube. Oh, I need to get my picture-in-picture of the dice tray. Awesome. So that is some of the tools there. Very simple. That's actually kind of what we use most. Right now, we're going to do one more thing too, and I'm just going to teach you how to do it. So, Gillum, I want you to highlight your whole army real quick. And then what you're going to do is going to... Yeah, it does that sometimes. You're going to right-click and go to Toggles. Toggles is where you're probably actually going to come most for your models. And then there's a bunch of different things on here. The one that you'll probably see used the most is turning on and off auto raise, because auto raise does not like terrain sometimes. And you're going to want to turn on where it says measure movement. Click that on and it'll do it for your entire army. And then, Dusty, you want to do the same thing. Highlight your whole army, go to Toggles, and turn on measure movement. And what that just does is automatically turns on the measuring tool for you, so you don't have to keep holding shift while you're moving around. It makes it just a lot easier. You do want to make sure that your measuring tool is on 2D, not 3D, unless you're doing like a 3D movement. That just keeps it so that when you pick up the model, it doesn't actually count the movement. So again, making sure you get all the movement you deserve and you're not cheated out of it. Sorry. Awesome. Then that's about the majority of tools you'll be using most of the time. There's some things on this map which you can get off of the Tabletop Simulator workshop, as well as if you have trouble finding. This is a special map. Well, it'll come out. This is a special map base that they use for the tutelage streams. There's another base that has a little bit more tools on the screen, but you can get that off of the Tabletop Simulator workshop. There's also, I think, links to it as in the 40K Discord and the Reddit. Yeah.
Carry the Emperor's will as your torch.
Thank you for the follow, 3Figgy. Was worried about saying that name for a second. I do not have any questions so far about the tools.
Yeah, just in case, how do we turn on and off the 3D movement or the 2D movement measurement?
Great question. If you look on the left side, you have all your tools. The line tool is the one that is your measuring tool. So if you hover over the one that's the line tool, which is F4, you'll see a button that says 2D or 3D. When it's on 2D, that means it's on the 2D measurement. When it's on 3D, it means it's on the 3D measurement. I don't tend to mess with any of the other settings on there.
Well, at least we need to change from centimeters to inches.
Yes, make sure it's definitely in inches. All right. Good question. Dusty, any questions so far?
No.
All right, cool.
I think I'm good.
Awesome. So, since you guys were generally familiar with the rules, we're actually playing with all the secondaries we can today, as well as the primaries. So, Dusty, do you want to run through the 3 that you chose? And one that I have to kind of re-explain?
Sure. Engage on all fronts. I have to be in the different table quarters.
The litany of deployment has been made, brother.
So, what, 2 victory points? If you're in 3 different table quarters, and 3 victory points if you're in 4.
Yes, exactly. Awesome. Attrition has a new name. Mouse, I didn't realize that the names were different, so we might have to get on it. Play not
attrition.
Okay. So I have to turn you up. I didn't realize. Give me 1 second. So attrition is what while I turn you up?
Score 4 victory points at the end of the battle round if more enemy units and friendly units were destroyed. This battle round. Yeah.
Awesome. So we're going for, basically he needs to kill more in order to score that one. And then, I don't think, were you doing center ground?
Forward to victory.
Yeah, I changed it last minute, sorry. I thought it would be good for these objectives, but then the mission changed as well.
Forward to victory.
It's fine, I can do this one. Yeah.
I would change it just in case to a general one, because I'm not sure how many of the missions
Feel the might of the righteous.
Like function at 500 points. If I had a recommendation, I would probably just go for banners or scan.
The litany of deployment has been made, brother.
So while he's figuring out his last one.
No mercy, no respite.
Oh goodness, thank you for all the follows, friends. It's so loud that I'm never gonna get over how loud that announcement is.
Feel the might of the righteous.
It's still no kill him. What were yours? What did you choose?
Yes. So I went for Engage on All Fronts, which for me will behave exactly the same way that it behaves for Dusty. So we are just going to be trying to be all over the board. Then I went for Retrieve Octario's data, which it seems like it says Repair Teleport Homer, but no, it means Retrieve Octario's data.
Yeah.
So I need to do an action with one of my infantry units, of which I only have 2. And they're made out of wet paper, so that's going to be interesting. And I need to do it once in each table quarter, more than 6 inches away from another table quarter.
Forward to victory.
And if I manage to do it twice, I get 4 points. If I do it 3 times, 8 points. If the stars align and I do it all 4 times, 1 on each table quarter, I will get 12 points, which is not happening. And then I got what used to be While We Stand We Fight. Naming has changed to something...
To the last, I think.
To the last,
yes.
It's essentially the same. It just fixed some corner rules, but I picked my 3 most expensive units, which are the XV8 Commander, the one broadside, and the other broadside. And each of them will give me 5 points if they survive until the end of the battle.
Excellent. Perfect. Actually, I have to do command points before I forget. Awesome. So you went over secondaries, so we are going to keep track of those through the game this time. Secondaries, in case you guys don't know, they can be scored at any battle round. So you can start scoring them from the beginning. The action ones take a little bit longer, but for like Octarius Gain, you can score that at the end of your first turn, or begin the process for scoring it because you have to get 2 sides before you start doing that. For Engage, though, you can actually score Engage right off the bat if you're fast enough. Same with Attrition if you kill more in the first turn. So, and Banners is one of those that's scored in your command phase, so you can't start scoring that until your second turn, but you can start prepping for it in your first turn as well. So we have kind of our secondary setup. We have our mission. Just make sure you familiar yourself where the objectives are. There are a little bit of illegal placements on the objectives this time, but just be aware they're not supposed to put an objective in terrain. Just a general 40k rule. It's supposed to be off the terrain, so technically the ones that are on the woods aren't supposed to be there. And you'll notice that the 2 objectives that are around the ruins, one of them is being impaled by a tree. So I guess that tree is the objective this time. If you're not sure how the primaries work, if you hold 1, you get 5 points. Hold 2, you get 10 points. Hold more, you get 15 points. That's generally how it's going to work. Any questions on that one?
No.
And technically, you could hold 1 and hold more. So you could get 10 points that way, too. So, all right. So we got our general list. I'm sorry. We got a general mission. We got our secondaries. You guys kind of know what you're trying to accomplish. Now let's talk our army list. So these were, again, pre-made by Aggressively Meaning. Aggressively Meaning has been a hero. Just want to give him a shout out real quick. Thank you, Aggressively Meaning, for helping to organize everything, for helping make these lists. You're amazing. We appreciate you. For our Admec today, you are running Mars. So you're going to be Mars, which has 2 things. Your Skitara units are affected by your Canticles of the Omnissiah. Canticles, for friends who are new to the game, are a kind of like you choose, or you can random it, but they are a overall thing that affects your army per battle round. They have, what is there, 4 or 5 different ones? I think there's 5 different ones, right? Oh, this is the one where I'm worried about the Admec. People who play Admec a lot and who know their army really well will correct me all the time on it.
6.
6!
There's 6 different ones.
There's 6 different ones. You can choose 1, and you cannot go back to it without a command point, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
No, I think you just choose 1 each.
Yeah, you select 1 canticle that has not been active for your army.
Okay, awesome.
It has not yet.
There
might be some strat to redo that. I don't know. I'm just reading from the rules.
Yes, it's 1 canticle that has not yet been active. Because this has not yet been active, you basically get to choose the 1 once for each round. So you couldn't do like Chant of the Remorseless Fist and then Chant of the Remorseless Fist next round. However, there is a stratagem somewhere in there that I know that you can redo the 1 for a round anyway. So that's how canticles work. You also have the Doctrina imperatives. Those are super confusing to me. If you understand them, Dusty, I'm going to have you explain.
It's
Feel the
it's pretty
might
much
of the
same
righteous.
canticles. You can choose to use one on a battle round, or choose not to use one, and they apply to. It will be the Sulphur Hounds, I believe, the Vanguard, and the Onager Dooncrawler.
Right, because it only affects certain keywords, right?
Yes, certain units.
Yes, and
Or
yeah,
certain keywords.
you do get access to those because you have a Doctrina Assembler on the battlefield, which is your Dominus. Awesome. Okay, so very complex army. You have in your army right now 2 troop units, which is your Cataphrone Breachers, which are now bikers, but they're also in the troop slot, which is kind of weird. They are rocking some heavy arc rifles and some arc claws. 3-man unit there. Then you have a troop of Skitari Vanguard. They are just base out of what you would get. Then in your fast attack slot, you have some Cerberus Sulphur Hounds, and your guy does have the mace, the Arc Maul. So you have a little bit of punchiness if you want to smack some things in combat. You have some Corpuscari. I took Latin. You think I'd be better at that, but no. You have Corpuscari Electro Priests, which are running the gauntlets, not the stabs. Thank you for the subscription. Which I believe aren't the ones that do the mortal wounds, because those are terrifying. And
Do you mind if I add one thing? Actually, I just noticed that Tech Priest doesn't have a Warlord trait.
oh yeah, absolutely. If it's a tech priest person warlord trait, you can go right ahead. You should have one.
Yeah, I'll just give him the sort of standard. It's a 4-up invulnerable
Okay.
instead. And then
Feel the might of the
one
righteous.
from damage
Sounds good.
characteristics of attacks.
Awesome. He does have a relic in there, right?
The relic.
Because I don't know your relics at the top of my head. It doesn't look like he has one.
It doesn't look like it. No.
All right. Well, that's fine. Is there a certain relic you'd like to take?
I could take the Magi one.
Feel the might of the righteous.
Why not? Oh, that's a holy order. That'd be 30 points actually.
Yeah.
So, sorry. With the relic, I'll just take the axe probably.
Okay. The red axe.
Shoot it. Yeah, why not?
Sure. Cool. Okay. So he has a combat Dominus. The red axe is +2 strength, AP 5, 2 damage, and makes 3 additional attacks with the weapon. So he's a bit of a punchy boy now. And the warlord trait. You said it was a holy order or a warlord trait? I'm sorry.
Yeah, the Warlord trait is Masterwork Bionics. It gives him a 4-up invulnerable instead of a 5-up,
Perfect.
and reduces damage by 1.
Okay.
Onto him.
Awesome. Perfect. And then you have a Dooncrawler who has the Eradication Beamer, and that's pretty much. And he's supposed to have the smoke launchers, so he has smoke launchers too. All right.
Oh, I can use the stratagem then. If
Yes.
he's got a smoke launcher.
Yeah, the Holy Smoke or whatever it's called.
Yeah, reduce ballistic skill by 1, or
Yeah.
reduce hit by 1.
Awesome. All right, that's the Mars, the Admec Mars. Any questions on that one?
I think I'm fairly familiar with Mars. It's just the normal phases, honestly. Just playing the game normally that I'm having trouble with. But I've done a lot of reading and theory crafting.
You're probably better than you think you are.
Maybe. Yeah, sometimes I'm a bit afraid to play with people who've played for a long time.
I get that. I play competitively and I get nervous on the game lead up because I'm like, oh, I hope I don't give up a crap game. So I totally get that. I understand.
Yeah.
Now, Gillen, do you have any questions about the Mars size? Because it's kind of like, if this is what you would do pre-game anyway, to be like, hey, do you have any strategies to do X, Y, Z? What could your army do?
I am worried about all of their weapons, pretty much. The thing that is not scaring me too much at the moment are the Electro Priests. I'm sure they have some stratagem that makes them super nasty, but anyway, general wisdom is don't let melee guys get to your lines, and if they do get to your lines, you're of pretty much already lost.
For Tau, yep, definitely.
So, other question: do the Sulphur Hounds have something really scary? Because at the moment it seems like they have a lot of damage 1 weapons. Do you have any way of boosting that so that they will actually be a credible threat to my battle suits?
That's a good question. As far as I'm aware, they don't have a way to up the damage of their blaster pistols.
Or the breath?
Yeah, or the breath. I believe those are coming
Yeah.
box standard. The big thing about them and why I know people did not like them. I don't know how the stratagem's changed, but there used to be a stratagem where you could basically move them away in the charge phase. So, which for you isn't going to really matter.
Yeah.
Because you're not. I don't think you'll be charging the Sulphur Hounds, but I don't know. Maybe you will. Maybe your combat town. I don't know.
I don't think I am. I don't think I have a single advanced targeting system in the whole list.
Okay, no, you're probably not going to be charging that, so you're probably not going to have to worry about that. I do believe, if I remember correctly, they move very fast. That's going to be a concern.
Yeah, 12 movement, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the pop up. Do they have a pregame move? Yeah, okay, not that I see. So yeah, that's going to be your big worry.
Yeah. And the rat saturation thing, you only have it on the Skitari and the Sulphur Hounds, right?
Yes.
And is it 6
Sulphur
inches?
Hounds- I can tell you the Sulphur Hounds do treat the pistols as assault weapons, which allows
Okay.
they're like fast attacks. So.
Yeah. And is the rat saturation 6 inches?
They did change it. It looks like it's engagement range now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
So that's
because I have a couple of distance shenanigans, which is if I am within 6 inches, I treat it as +1 marker light. If I am within 12 inches, it's +1 marker light. 6 inches, it's reroll wounds of 1 on shooting. So I need to be close, but not so close that I'm in engagement range,
Yes.
for obvious reasons. Okay.
Yeah, and engagement range, of course, you're in other words, 1 inch. So that's away from that edge, basically.
Yeah.
Awesome. So now we have our Tau.
Yes.
So you are taking Farsight Enclaves today.
Against the people of the Red Planet, the red suited Tau.
The red suited Tau versus the Red Planet of Mars. It's a red off. Who's the better red person? It's an interesting implication of that sentence. So Farsight Enclaves basically get the benefit to they get reroll 1s to wound within certain ranges of their weapons, which is what, I think 12 inches, right? If I remember correctly.
No, reroll wounds on 6 inches, and I'll be rerolling hits of 1 within 12 inches.
That's right. So in your list, you have 2 troop choices. You've got 2 Fire Warrior Breacher teams, which means they have basically the shotgun profile with 2 guys who are leading with marker lights, and then you have your commander, who is we've changed some things with the commander.
Yeah.
He has. Go ahead.
He has 2 cyclic ion blasters, I think, or 1. I am not sure. Then he has missile pod. And I decided to change the plasma rifle for the air bursting fragmentation projector. And since I didn't see that he had any pre-generated warlord traits or relics, I'm going to give him the warlord trait for 3 unity devastation. So basically, he looks at someone, glares at them, and everyone else who is nearby has +1 AP on, I think it's a wound roll of 6 or something like that.
Something like that, yes.
I'll read exactly when it triggers, but it might not the whole battle. And then the relic is just going to be the supernova launcher. So
cool.
The indirect fire air bursting fragmentation projector, but on steroids.
Yeah, it's D6 shots with blast, strike 6, AP2, 2 damage. And then
I have 2 mirror copies of the broadside unit. Both of them are stock broadsides with 2 shield rounds.
Excellent. And then I believe, with smart missile systems, which also are, if I recall correctly, line of sight, right?
Yeah, ignore line of sight, but no AP, 1 damage, strength 5.
And then, if I recall correctly, no, I do recall correctly, all your drones are shield drones. So, Dusty,
Yes.
if you don't know how shield drones work, basically, when you shoot at a unit, he can choose to pass the wound over to a drone. And then, no matter what the damage of the attack is, it just becomes, he just needs to, it's 1 mortal wound, and he just needs to ignore it on a 5-up with a shield drone. So they can be either really annoying or die really quick. It's hard to tell with them.
My faith is my shield.
Yeah, in general, drones are made so that if you shoot anti-tank at the suit, the drone says, no, jumped in front of the shot and wastes it. But if you shoot small arms fire at the drones, they die.
Exactly. Awesome.
Okay.
So, Dusty, now you have a chance to ask. Any questions about the deck?
What kind of tricks have they got up their sleeve?
At the moment, not that many, because most of them are based around the XV8 suit, which I am not bringing any of. So the things that I can do is, if you are close by, reroll all wound rolls from one of my breacher teams, and I can also make the breacher teams shoot at their full deadly shotgun profile at the maximum range.
And I can't remember
Which is the other.
How they changed for the greater good. Is it still something all Farsight? Does Farsight have access to the 30?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They do. It's free.
Yes, you still have
Overwatch on 6s, and looking here, all of my units will have for the greater good. Vehicles don't have it for some stupid reason, but all of the units here have it. So if you charge someone, that person will shoot Overwatch at you, and anyone within, I think it's 6 inches.
6 inches
of them. Yeah, anyone within 6 inches of them, if they have line of sight to you when you're starting to charge, can also shoot you.
Yes.
So everyone, if we are in a blob, will shoot you on Overwatch.
Perfect. So basically, if you charge them, what normally happens is Overwatch is a stratagem you have to pay for now. But for Tau, it's basically a free not a second shooting phase anymore like it used to be, but everyone has a chance to shoot at them if they're close enough. What's charging? So you just want to be really careful about what you charge or when you charge.
You still hit on 6s though, right?
Yeah, 6s.
Okay.
I can't recall if you mod call the previous phase. Is it mod call or Calgon? One of them gives you rerolls to hits, right? Is it Calgon?
Yeah.
I don't remember if that hits in the same phase if you try to charge. I can't remember that. So basically,
in the same phase, it would do it in the same turn that I call it, but I don't think that Mars has this reactive charging. I think that it's something that Custodes sort of shield captains can do of charging outside of their turn. If you charge on the opponent turn from the Tau, then yeah, don't worry, they're not rerolling.
Yeah, it says to the end of your turn, so yeah, you wouldn't be able to reroll all hits. So only 6s, but it's still something to consider because Tau shooting is pretty much where their game is at. The only reason I ask is because there are some armies that right now, when you do like Chapter Master rerolls for a unit, they get those rerolls until the next phase. So if you did choose to Overwatch with them, they would technically get the reroll until the next phase. Tau aren't updated yet, so hopefully that happens. All right, so that's our 2 army lists. Any other questions on that one?
No.
All right,
For me,
cool. So now we go to what would be the roll-off to decide who deploys first. Usually part of this decision goes into what side of the board you want. Pretty much all the maps you're going to find on Tabletop Simulator are trying to be balanced and symmetrical as possible, so there's no real difference. So really it's just deciding if you want to deploy first or second. So at the top here, where I need to go put my camera in camera and picture mode, you have this little dice map. What's really nice about it is if you just click on these buttons, it'll spawn the dice for you. So if you click the 1d6, it'll spawn you a d6 dice. If you click the +5d6, it'll spawn you 5 dice. If you select the all dice, it'll actually select it all for you. And if you right-click this button here, it'll clear the map. And then these on the right of the numbers are actually just to change the color of the dice. So if you wanted blue dice instead, you could get blue dice. And we have black and green on here as well. And that just helps kind of differentiate dice for players, but also sometimes if you're shooting a bunch of different guns at something and you wanted to roll, their profiles are similar enough, you can roll them almost all at once. Then you can have 2 different colored dice that you're rolling to represent the different guns. So, Gillum, you're red in TTS, so do you want to be red?
Sure.
Cool, awesome. So Dusty will be blue. And then whoever wins gets to, I guess, be the red. Let me skip picture mode sorted out. So the next thing you're going to pick up the dice you're going to put in that brown box.
In the brown box. Okay.
And it'll roll for you. So, we're perfect. And you guys tied roll, so you just roll again. Hi. So Gillum, you rolled a 6, so you get to decide do you want to deploy first or second.
I'll deploy second.
Okay. So the way the deployment works, Dusty, is basically we'll put you in the green deployment section here. You're going to pick a unit, and you're going to just decide where you want that unit to go. So what I'm going to do here is move the town army on this side, so it's just easier for you to start deploying things. And then this will be where Admec can go. And then so whatever unit you want, Dusty, you can deploy on this line. You just kind of want to think about where your movement abilities are and where you can get to. And there was a little bit of a glitch with the raiders. If you look at them, you notice that their bases are on top of each other. So just for like kind of keeping it to what it should be, in 40K you don't want to make sure your bases are never on top of each other. They could be touching, just not on top of each other. So just sometimes some models aren't like their bases just aren't split up enough to just kind of make sure that you can do that. Alright, that's where you want your raiders? Sorry, Sulfur Hounds? I don't know why I keep calling them raiders. So things to keep in mind, because your guys aren't infantry, they can't actually walk through the ruins. They would have to walk around it. Just something to consider.
Yeah, I can see the measuring range here eyeing that charge across.
All the way across. Another thing to keep in mind is woods have what is called difficult ground. So that would be -2 to your movement. So you would have -2 to your charge as well.
And they're also obscuring.
The woods are not, the ruins are. The woods have dense cover, which is a -1 to hit.
Sorry, that's what I meant. The -1 to shoot. If you are with your base overlapping the forest, you don't get a -1 to shoot because you're shooting through the forest, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Malice, I'm kind of hoping they are. It's really hard to tell. I was looking at the list, and you get so much for your points in Admec. It's really hard to.
Yeah. Is there a straight line between the buildings here where there isn't obscuring?
So usually it's let's check these trees.
I don't really see their footprint.
So no, in this case it's the actual bottoms of the ruins are here. So there would be a line through here. These fallen trees look like they are defense lives, light cover, heavy cover, defensible, and stable ground, difficult ground. So getting across these actually reduces your movement, and they do not block line of sight through here. So there is a shooting. If you wanted to shoot, basically you would have kind of a range around here.
Yeah.
But there's no minus penalty, and you do not suffer the minus penalty for dense cover if you're in the cover.
Okay. Let's play something like this. I'm just going to put the drones a little to the side.
All right, sounds good. And they actually go pretty far, believe it or not, because you have they just need to be within 2 inches, I believe, for saber protocols.
I'll double check that. I think it's 3.
Yeah, it might be further than that, but you got some leeway with where they can go if you want to kind of.
Yeah.
All right, so he put down his next unit, Dusty. So you get to put down your next unit. lot to think about. Something to think about, Malice, and just kind of chat too. Game's not really balanced at 500 points. Was never tried to be made to balance at 500 points, so we try to make them as balanced as we can against each other, but there are some limitations, unfortunately.
Yeah, because some armies just need a lot of points of support units before things start working, and then other armies just have everything being self-sufficient.
Yeah, and some, like Custodes at 500 points, you get like 5 models. So that's a very different game for Custodes.
Yeah, I'm just having a bit of trouble keeping the model here.
Yeah, if you shift left click, so when you're holding the models up, if you hold, I think it's shift when you put them down, or is it right click? When you hold right click, they should stick. You just gotta test that real quick.
Okay.
But sometimes if like it's a little hill, it'll just kind of flip. That's where we kind of do the wobbly model, where you say they're supposed to be on top of there, but he's just kind of.
Yeah, I think he's going to be.
Like right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
you go.
There we go.
Just kind of have to find a spot.
Yeah. Let me just check the distance to that objective. That's a little too far. If I want to move over, I need to be over here, which.
So something to keep in mind for 40k objectives is it's 3 inches from the edge of an objective, so you don't actually have to be as close as you think. So.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. In that case, they're going where they actually can sit.
Yeah. So.
Without. Yeah.
Awesome.
Placed.
Alrighty. So now it is time for Admec friend. Go ahead. Wherever you like more things to go. You're gonna have trouble fitting that boy, I have a feeling. He is a beefy boy with a big old base. He can sit on the rock, that's fine, there's no problem with that. The only thing is his base cannot be off the board edge. So like you couldn't fit him behind these guys now because your base would be off the board edge. So you're kinda stuck into this area, basically.
Yeah.
That's fine if he's on the rock. You can tilt. There's nothing wrong with the tilting part. Alrighty. Yeah, I could see this being a bit. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Alright. So, yep, it's down your next unit, Gillen.
I placed the second broadside.
Oh, perfect. So
in the forest next to the first one.
Now, Dusty, it's your next unit. Now, so while the raiders couldn't go through the ruins, your infantry absolutely can. So if you want to like walk some like a infantry unit, so infantry usually just means someone who's walking. You can walk through the ruins. Just keep in mind the way obscuring works is if you're touching it, then if someone can see your model, then they can shoot at the model. With this one, there is no windows on the bottom. So it's not really a massive factor because true line of sight is how 40k we draw lines of sight to shooting and stuff. You still need to see a model even if it's in a ruin in order to shoot at said ruin. So, like, because these have basically no windows, it's not as massive of a problem.
Would it be fair to say that these are all hidden then at the moment?
Yes, with their current position, yes.
If I put this guy out here, he can maybe be seen, or
he could
still obscuring enough?
He could potentially like sneak a shot through here.
Yeah, it depends a lot on what the exact base of the buildings is, and how big we say that the gap in the center is.
I would say at this angle, and because it is true line of sight, since that guy could see that dude's arm, he would be able to shoot at him. So I would say you'd be better off, kind of like placing him back like that. And then I'm going to guess the tree here is also considered a part of the ruin. So yeah, you should be fine.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So that's his next unit down. So it's back to you, Gilip.
I need to see how big this is. Huh, not bad. I think I'll place this guy here.
So
he's
competitive-minded friends, and just to give you a hint of advice, character roll could be pretty cheeky. And what I mean by that is you can actually technically have a character out in line of sight, but as long as it's still protected by a unit within 3 inches, even if that unit can't be shot, then technically you're still protected. It's a bit silly.
Yeah, that's true. As long as the other, as long as the unit that is doing the lookouts or protecting is closer.
Yeah.
Even if it can't be seen or shot or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. There's some weird little tricks you can do with some of that.
I've placed my character now, so
Yeah,
over to Dusty.
You again, my friend. Wait, I think we're at 2 drops each. Is that correct? No,
I only have one drop left.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so his dominus down, so now it's back to you. And then Dusty last drop.
This guy is...
There you go. And that's deployment. It's pretty easy as that. I would say the 3 most important phases of the game are going to be your deployment, your movement, and charge. Killing things is very important in 40k, but it comes down to objectives, and if you can play the movement game really, really well, especially around terrain, you can generally beat a list that's better than yours if someone's not playing to the same level. You do have to be really good, though. And I am not the person to be giving advice on how you can play the movement phase well. So I'm gonna give that to you right now. I'm not gonna be able to help you at all, Gillo, if that list is not strong enough for the Admec list. Alright, so after that's done, what's nice on TTS is that we have these buttons up here to decide who goes first and stuff. The deciding who goes first in the match is a roll-off. The person who wins the roll-off has to go first now. It is not a choice. The person who wins just has to go first. So, yeah, it's your guys' turn to roll them off.
Sorry, mine is the red one.
A 6 and a 5. So
very well.
That would be Tao goes first. That actually is probably a good thing for the game because I have a feeling if he did not go first, it would have been brutal.
Yes. So good luck.
Good luck. So up here, you are red, right?
Yep.
All right. So you're gonna go click the start game button. It says red players first, and then it actually starts going through the phases for you. So every time you complete a phase, you can just click next. So we're in the command phase. It automatically gives you your CP, so you're at 4 CP.
Very good.
You already get your 10 points for painted armies, because, you know, 2 plus later. It's in round 1, so command phase. Tal doesn't really have a command phase. This is just to let Dusty know, because he's confused about the phases. This is basically where, right now, a lot of armies just score their points. This is where you tally in your secondaries that are scored in your command phase. This is where you tally in your primaries starting at the second turn. Admec does have a lot of command phase stuff with their new characters and the Skitarii. I don't think you have it in this list, but I would double check in case I'm wrong.
I have. I need to choose my canticles as
yes,
well.
you do need to start your canticles at the start of the game. So
I'll choose Shroud Psalm, and
sounds good.
I'll go with the. Was it +3? Is it? No, sorry. +1 ballistic skill, -1 weapon skill.
All right, so that is Protector. Yeah, the optimization Protector imperative. I think that is. Yes, awesome. All right, cool. So Shroud Psalm just means he has light cover. That's pretty much just what it means. I think it's everything because your Skitarii benefit from the canticles.
Well, actually, yeah, because I think most of my units have light cover right now anyway.
Light cover usually has to be touching the terrain. So the only ones that would be getting it straight out are your friends. Actually, these woods don't have light cover. Usually woods have light cover. So right now, it actually does make sense to go Shroud Psalm because none of your guys currently have the cover.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take Shroud Psalm.
All right, awesome. And so then we go up to command phase. I can't click the buttons. That's the only thing I can't do as Game Master. So if you want to go click the command phase button, it'll take you to your movement phase. That's the next phase, and so you got your movement.
Yeah, so I want to be mean, and I'm going to express my intentions. I want to shoot that big, scary Dooncrawler as much as possible.
Okay.
What do we decide that is exactly, like, how much of an angle is there between these two buildings before you clip them?
From your current position, you could
Yes.
from this guy, he could probably already see. So this
Yeah.
guy right here would have line of sight just because you're looking through it. The way obscuring works is it goes up, not the side. So because you're able to draw a bead on like his leg and his main body with yellow, he could see. You're gonna probably need to move purple if you want to get in line of sight there.
But purple can see the Caterfrons, for example.
Yes,
which are behind a forest, but
he can see the Caterfrons and the Raiders from where he is. I think the Doomcrawler. Actually, you might even be able to see the Doomcrawler. He could technically see the Doomcrawler because of the legs. That's another one of the silly true line of sight things. You just need to get any part of the model in view.
Just curious because when reading about obscuring, isn't it the border of the building? So where are we saying the border is here? Or...
So if you look towards the bottom here, you see that.
Yeah, like if we look top down, both buildings are square.
Yeah, if we want to do it more square, which we could totally do, I will actually use a tool to kind of help us use the box tool. So
then I would say perhaps neither could see me if it was fully square.
If it's fully square and we want to go for the fully square, then yes, you would have to move both. Which is something that's kind of another 40k aspect, is just kind of agreeing on what the terrain is and how it works. If you guys both want to agree it's square, that's on you guys. You can both totally agree on it's square, which would mean...
I think that it makes more sense being sort of consistently square. So yeah.
My faith is my shield!
With that being said, so this section here would be line of sight blocking, which means, you would have to move pretty significantly, I would say, to the point that...
I mean, Mr. Yellow just needs to move a little to clip the edge of the...
There's a little bit of a center area you can see through, but you would need to make sure it's, like, right.
I don't mind saying that I guess there's this one gap through the center, so anywhere.
Yeah, so that we can both shoot at each other through there, because otherwise the game is just going to be people rushing.
I have nothing to do on this turn. So.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, so we can.
Yeah, so if that's the case,
say where let's say where this starts right here. I'll draw a line for it. Is where the obscuring starts. If I can get the line big enough and bright enough. Okay, so you got that. And I'll do the same for the other side too.
Yeah, talking about tabletop simulator things, how do we make it so that when I'm measuring the distance to something, it doesn't snap to the center of the model?
It's actually snapping to the base, not the center. So that, and things are measured to bases.
Yes, it's just that I'm trying to shoot, and for shooting you choose line of sight, which would be from the side of my shoulder to their leg, which does go through the middle. But if we go from base to base, that clips the building.
Right. It is a little bit awkward. There is a way to unclip. I always forget which the button to not snap is, though.
Yeah, I thought we were doing the building square like this, but you could basically draw one line through the center.
Yeah. If we can draw one line through the center, let's just Mr. Purple can see the two biker units to the right, or biker cavalry, whatever the sulfur hounds are.
Yeah, like he could see the Doomcrawler.
Yeah, and can Mr. Yellow see the Doomcrawler, or does he need to move more? Probably needs to move a little.
I would say he would, with the square base, I would say yes, he would probably need to move a little bit.
Okay.
Out here, and you'd be fine. You get the shot.
Yeah, so I'm going to move then Mr. Commander a bit up. Mr. Broadside, to not cheat, he started the game actually here, so I had already moved him like about 1.5 inches, but we were talking about the measurements, so he's going to move completely out of the forest so he can get the bead.
The way you can do it is if you go into your tool and your line tool, and you see where it says auto, if you change that to free, it'll free up your ruler.
Okay. Thank you, chat. Next up, moving my Fire Warriors, which have a movement of 6, which should be plenty good to move them into this corner and then put them exactly how I want them. So I'm going to try to hide hide them as much as I can around this corner, holding the objective, but behind the rock.
Oh, for some reason, the toggle measurement on them turned off. I'm just trying to click on. That's weird. Oh, no,
Okay, this rock is really strange.
Yeah.
This model should not be hitting it, but it is somehow hitting a phantom rock.
There are some issues with. There we go. I'll just get rid of it. That should help.
Okay.
There you
so
go.
yeah, I mean, if we get rid of it, I am going to get charged, but
We'll get rid of that one too. Hopefully, the annoying rocks are out of the way, so they don't cause more issues.
Yes. Okay, so the broadsides here have moved. The commander has moved.
Keep in mind, you definitely
Should move a little.
Yeah.
Should move a little less.
Make sure that you're still within character protection as one of your
Yeah.
most important units there.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing you're wanting these firewalls to be touching the runes.
No, I don't want them to be seen. No,
You
I'm
couldn't.
perfectly.
He couldn't see them anyway because it's still true line of sight, and you couldn't
Yeah.
see through the wall. So you could touch them. He doesn't have any mortars though, so the only thing you'd be maybe considering want that light cover for are the raiders or the sulfur hounds. I keep calling them raiders.
Okay, so if I touch it, I do get cover, but I don't see
Yes.
through it.
because because the
You
wall
gosh.
is solid, you would not be able to see through the
Sure,
wall.
let's say then they're touching. I don't know how to place
You're fine.
them close enough.
This is one of those intention things. You just get. I have the movement
Yeah,
to
because-
be touching the wall. I'm
yeah.
touching the wall.
Yeah, and also it has to be
Yeah,
within
that's-
3 of the.
Okay.
Does it have to be wholly within 3 or just within 3 of the objective?
Just within 3, so you are touching them with your detective. So
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, you got that. Yeah, because it's just if you want to shoot with them or you want to hide with them, really.
I want to hide with them. Yes, intention expressed.
So
Yeah.
not touching then.
No.
Again, because if he's touching the
okay.
wall, you still need true line of sight, and because that is a solid wall, you can't shoot through it. So
Yeah.
basically, do you see how like there's no windows or anything? So even if he's touching the terrain, it doesn't automatically show you the whole unit. You still have to see the unit to shoot the unit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like if you got like a guy here and saw this guy, then yeah, totally. But like just looking at where your raider is now, because he can't see through that wall, even though he's touching it, you couldn't shoot him.
Yeah. I've finagled the drones a bit so that there's 3 squads of 2 drones, and all of them are within 3 of at least 1 drone of each squad from each broadside. So
Sure.
if they need, they can jump in front of the shots. And then I'm going to move these guys, which have a movement of 6, which is plenty to get to the objective. So I'll just move them short of that. How do you trigger the objective area of control thing?
So if you right click, and there's a control option, but if you just right click it and go to state and you click state 2, it does a 3 inches objectives here. Now I can't remember on some of these. Some of them are actually not 3 inches from the edge, so just be careful. Sometimes you actually might have a little bit more space than you think. Don't forget when you're going through that forest that you do have the -2 to your movement though.
Yep. We were about here, I think.
Yeah, some reason
And they
measurements.
they had. Yeah.
So another way to get the measurement working is actually if you hold them and hold tab, it'll do it. I don't know why the measurement is not working.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
probably better. Holding them and holding tab.
Yeah,
so they have a movement of 6, so we can move 4 and then.
And then, so this is another like thing that you do in 40k. You cannot do an action if you decide to do this, but you can advance, which you add d6 to your movement. So if you wanted to get them just on the objective and a little bit more hidden, you could try to advance them there. Or you can make the choice to say, no, I really want to get that objective done, so I'm just going to try to get as close as possible and then do an action.
Yeah, I think that I can.
You should have enough movement to touch the edge of it, so you should be good.
Yeah, touch the edge of it without charging so that I can do the action for the Octarius data with those guys.
So,
yeah, so
for like
that's
actions, we just usually use like any of these tokens because there's no specific ones yet. So we'll use your marker light token. Actually, you're going to need that. Let's not use the marker light token. Let's use.
I am probably not going to need that because I don't have any way of getting more
Oh, that's
marker
true.
lights, really. I can use the stratagem to give something one marker light, so that
Yeah.
the broadside shoot actually a little straight, but I can't really get to 5. So
Yeah, I'll just do the castle for that. And you're doing the Octarius one?
yes.
So what I find the best thing to do, and this is just my personal tip, is actually draw lines for the table quarters. And the reason why you kind of want to do that is that you can label which ones you've done. So right now you have this table quarter done.
Yes.
And that just makes it a little bit easy to keep track of which ones you've done.
Yep. And I'm also on 2 table quarters for engage on all fronts because of the breachers here on the right. Yep. So I'll be ending this phase.
Now, I believe engage to start scoring it needs to be 3.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I was just, yeah.
For future turns, yes, I totally.
Yeah,
Forward to victory.
completely sure. So I'll end the movement phase.
All right, so you're in the movement phase, and now it's the psychic phase. No one has psychic, so none of that's happening today. Shooting phase. So,
Yes.
this is where most of your stuff happens.
Yep.
Thank you for the follow-up, Bloomberg.
Very quick check.
Make sure all my messages and stuff are good. Okay. Yeah, what's your check? Sorry.
Yes, so I'm going to start spending some of those command points. Because keeping them on their own, they don't do much. First up, I'm going to use 1 command point for aerial targeting. So select 1 enemy unit until the end of this phase. When resolving an attack made with a ranged weapon by any model in my army against that unit, treat it as having 1 more marker light.
Yep.
And for non-Tau players, 1 marker light is rerolling once to hit.
Yep.
So the Doom Crawler, anyone who shoots him, will be rerolling once to hit.
Sure. So how much is the CP for that stratagem?
1 CP.
So you just go up to your command points, drop it by 1, so you're down to 3.
Okay, I'm gonna use a stratagem. Well, you can't roll 1s to hit on anything.
No, 1s are always fails.
So 1s always fails. But I can use a stratagem here to make it harder for you to hit my Doom Crawler because he's got the smoke.
So, so holy smoke. So, you can tell me if I'm correct, right or wrong. So you can never have more than the -1. So, the broadside that could see the Doom Crawler, if we agreed correctly, is the yellow one, right?
Yes.
And the
yellow one can see a Doom Crawler, purple one cannot.
Awesome. And the broadside had to move, right?
Yep.
And do broadsides have any way to ignore the heavy weapon penalty?
Yes, the way that they have is that they're not infantry.
Because it's battle suits. Okay.
Yep.
So then, yes, you might want to do the Holy Smoke to give the Doom Crawler the -1.
So what's he hitting on?
He hits 4s normally, and he's rerolling 1s to hit. If you decide to pop the smoke, he'd be hitting on 5s.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So how much CP is the smoke?
1 CP.
1 CP. So your command points are on the right here, so you just come on up and click it down, so you're down to 2.
Okay.
Awesome. So there we go. So we have 2 stratagems already. And then anything else that you're doing stratagem-wise for either of you guys?
I'm just a quick question. Who can this guy see?
So this guy, if we did it through the center, this might be a little bit weird now because of the square. The square would be like what? Here to here? Is that what we said? Something like this? So I'd say, yeah, it would definitely be the Doom Crawler.
Yeah, but for the Doom Crawler, he's at 17 inches, which is, yeah. But thankfully, that Electro Priest is at 15.4.
The Electro Priest definitely not, because you'd be shooting through a wall. That said, you do have...
I do have a weapon that ignores line of sight.
You have the ignore line of sight missile launcher, so that would be up to you on that one.
Yes.
But you're primarily looking at the Doom Crawler with things you can physically see.
Yeah. Things I can physically see. The problem is that my ion blasters are 18 inches, so they're out of range. Even though I can see, I cannot shoot.
Are you out of range? Is it? Hold on. Let me check my auto back up. Oop, oop. No, it should be good.
Okay. Okay.
Because it's 18-inch range, right?
Yep.
Yeah. As long as it's within 18 inches, you're good.
Then.
All right. So
let me read exactly what the thing says. Focused theory. Oh yeah. I'm going to do that. Use this stratagem in your shooting phase. When a character model from your army is chosen to shoot with, I'm going to choose my suit now, the commander. Until the end of that phase, when resolving an attack made by that model, I can reroll the wound roll.
all right, cool. So
Or 1 CP. So I'm going down to 2.
Yep, 2. Sorry, I took it too far down. There you go. So you're both at 2 CP now.
Yep. I was already at 2. Okay.
You're good. I'll manage the CP for you.
Good.
My faith is my shield.
Time to go to roll. So we said that he had 2 cyclic ion blasters, the missile pod, and the relic thing.
Yeah. So this is where you declare shot. So you want both the cyclic ion blasters, right, to go into the Doom Crawler?
Yeah.
Right? And you want the missile launchers into the Kapaskari, is that correct?
No, missile launchers onto the Doomcrawler because they are true line of sight as well. And the Supernova launcher is the one that is going against the Corpuscari. No, yeah.
So if I remember correctly, hold on, I just need to double check the relic. The relic replaces the normal missile launcher.
Replaces the normal air bursting fragmentation projector.
That's right. Hold on. Let me double check just the unit because we changed some things. I think that should work out. Yes.
Wait, so you're shooting my Electro Priest with something that can see things?
Yes, something that essentially a mortar, something that ignores line of sight.
Just to clarify, you have 1 cyclic ion blaster, 1 missile pod, and the fragmentation grenades.
Okay, so do I have then the air bursting, like the ATS?
Yes.
Okay.
You do have the air
that makes more sense. Yes.
Can you throw grenades in the same turn as shooting weapons?
You can. They're just called grenades, so they're actually unlike his missiles.
So
I think with squads, right, you can only one of them can throw a grenade.
Only one can throw a grenade.
Yes.
Yes. Unless
yes, and the same unit cannot shoot grenades and non-grenade weapons.
Right. So the first thing you have to determine. Sorry, hold on. Go ahead, Dusty. Apologize.
Isn't it the model that throws a grenade though doesn't shoot with its normal weapons?
Correct.
Okay, so if you wanted to throw a grenade, you couldn't shoot with your other weapon.
Right. His is just called like an Emperor's Fragmentation Grenade. It's not actually a grenade. It's a missile launcher that fires grenades, basically.
Yeah. It's called air bursting fragmentation blaster thing. It doesn't have the word grenade anywhere in the text.
The actual, if it is a grenade weapon, it will tell you in its profile it's a grenade weapon. So, like the airburst for fragmentation projector is assault D6. So the relic is assault D6. It's not grenade D6. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
So the first thing you have to determine is if you're overcharging.
Oh, yes, certainly.
Okay, so you're using the overcharge profile. Just keep in mind that if you roll anyone's and then you do your reroll and then you reroll one and go back into one, you still take the mortal wound.
Yes, so blue here is my cyclic ion blaster, 3 shots into the Doomcrawler. Green is going into the Doomcrawler because it's the missiles.
Okay. Just to make it easier to keep track of right now,
let's move those potential shots out because they're D6, so I need to roll.
Just checking the missile pod's profile. It is assault 2. So yes, I would do these separately just because it's a learning stream and just keeping track of it.
Okay, very well. Let's do the missile pods first.
All right, so these are going to be assault 2. You're hitting on what, 2s, I believe.
On 2s naturally, 3s because of the smoke.
Yep. So you got 2 hits.
No mercy, no respite.
You are
now
7. He is toughness 7, so you'd be wounding on 4s.
Yeah, I'm re-rolling all wound rolls for this phase for my character.
For your character, yes. Right, well, good thing. So re-roll both of those.
Good thing that I'm re-rolling.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's 40k.
Oh, can't change the past.
Alright, so now you just do the blue dice. So this is going to be your ion blaster, also hitting on 3s.
Yes.
Alright, and you have 1 to reroll because you're rerolling 1 because you targeted them
And
with the marker.
no, I'm not. No. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. Yes.
You marker lighted
It
them.
counts as 1 marker light for everything. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So you reroll the 1.
Yeah. Sorry. There
You're
we
fine.
go.
It happens. Yep. Oh, sometimes it doesn't like the box. There you go. So that
There
one,
we go.
the 2 would fail to
That
hit.
one. Yeah, that one missed, but it doesn't explode me, so that's
Yes,
fine.
That's fine.
2 hits.
So this one is
Strength.
strength 8 now, so you need 3s.
Yes.
2 wounds. Alright,
2
so
wounds.
then, let's see, just to double check. It is AP 1, is that right?
AP 2 because I have the advanced targeting system,
Alright, so
which gives +1 AP to everything.
that's right, so it's AP2. So that means your Doom Crawler, because you're in Shroud Song, would have a normal 2-up save, right? Because you're 3 base, you get +1 from Shroud Song, but then you go to -2, so you need to roll 4s in order to not take the damage. Does that make sense?
Oh, I don't believe onagers get shrouds on.
Are they not affected by...
They get doctriners, and they're also not Skitarii, so they wouldn't get the mask either.
So you'd be on your 5s then. So you need 5s to save.
Yeah.
And that's always going to be a max of 5, because you have an invulnerable save of 5 up, which means that can't be changed on that one. So...
Unless I get light cover or anything.
Light cover has to be touching terrain thing, and vehicles normally cannot get light cover. There are like a few exceptions where rules just say, "Oh, you get light cover."
Okay, 2 saves on a 5-up. Let's see how he does.
So you make 1 fail one. The damage of an ion blaster is D3. So you got to roll. So the way most people do D3 is 1 and 2 is 1 damage, 2 and 3 and 4 is 2 damage, 5 and 6 is 3 damage.
Yes. So here we go for the damage.
So you roll a 3,
2.
so 2 damage. So what you're going to do is go over your Doom Crawler, and I believe it is 5 and 6. There you go. And so you go down to 9. And then you still have the Relic missile launcher thing.
Yes. So Corpus Carry, how many are there? 5.
There's only 5, so D6 shots and no blast.
So no blast. So first for the shots.
2.
2 shots. I will be command point re-rolling that.
Sure. So your last CP. So down to 1. 2 again.
Oh, no.
All right. Well, you're still
Okay,
hitting.
boys. Yeah. Okay, boys and girls. We're learning that re-rolls do not work.
It's not all the time.
Nothing I've re-rolled so far has managed to change the past.
So you're still hitting on 2s because it's not minus here, and you're not shooting through dens. And
Okay, well.
your strength 6, and he is toughness 3, so you need 2s.
Yes, and I got a 5 on the save. No, 2s to wound, you mean? Yes.
2s to wound.
Yep. Yeah.
And you're re-rolling wounds, right? So you're
Yes.
So there you go. So that's 2 wounds. Electro Priests have a terrible save, but they do have 5 invuln. So even though your save says 6 up, your invulnerable save would take into play. So you need to roll 5s. And then Electro Priests have a special rule to ignore damage. So the first thing you have to do is see if you roll any 5s dust to save the damage, basically.
Okay.
So you saved 1. And then, since they're 2 damage, you have to roll 2 dice. And on a 5 up, you ignore the damage. However, your guys are 1 wound. So basically, you have to make both of these in order for a guy to live. So he just dies. So you lost 1 of your Electro Priests.
Yeah, so I just shot my most accurate gun in the whole army, and I managed to kill 1 Electro Priest.
He killed a single Electro Priest. He just could take him off. Right down the bottom.
Okay, so that was my commander. My breachers are not going to shoot. One's because they're behind a wall, the other one's because they're doing the Octarius action.
Yep.
Which leaves me with only 2 more guys who can shoot. And let's start with the interesting one. So Mr. Yellow is going to shoot the big gun at the Onager Crawler and the SMS at the Electro Priests.
Sounds good. So you still have the benefits from the rerolling 1s for your marker lights, but you're hitting on 5s instead of -1 to hit.
Yes. So
do you want to do the railgun first or the
yes, railgun first. They're these red ones.
So 5s. So you got a hit.
Yeah, we got a hit.
And
Strength.
8, so 3s.
Oh boy. Mm-hmm. There we go.
Oh no.
Nope.
Nope.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Okay.
But you still have your missiles.
Yeah, smart missile system into the Electro Priests.
Yeah,
So I need a
and
force.
Those guys, I'm just double checking. They do have 2 smart missile systems, so you're rolling 2d6, not just 1.
That's true.
So who's shooting the Electro Priest?
Oh, sorry. No, you just have 8 shots. Sorry, it's flying.
Yeah.
The broadside, they have missiles that ignore line of sight.
Yeah, they are not really scary. Like when you say missiles, it sounds like they actually do more. They're strength 5. They have AP nothing and damage 1. So
Yes. You're that -1 against them, so you're hitting on force.
yeah, so only 3 hits.
Yep. So what you can do here is you see how there's these red on the left. If
Mhm.
you right-click the 3-, it'll delete everything up. It just makes it.
Oh, very useful.
And he's toughness 3, so you need 3s. All right, so 2 wounds. So Dusty, they only have their 5 up invuln, and then you have your 5 up field thing up. So, but they're 1 damage each, so you could just roll both. Oh, so unfortunate luck, but 2 electric priests do die.
Okay. Take off these 2.
All right, and then you have your last broadside.
Yes, last broadside shooting the railgun at the Cataphrone Breachers.
Okay. So the breachers, you are going through dense cover there, so you will need to shoot at a -1 because of the woods.
Yeah, I was shooting at the -1 anyway at the Dooncrawler, so.
Yeah. Same result. All right, well, he's not motivated.
And the missiles from that guy, they're going to go into the Vanguard.
Vanguard, okay. All right. This time
So
not shooting through dense, so 4s again.
Yep.
And 3s again. All right, so 3 hits. 3 wounds, sorry. Your Vanguard are benefiting from Shout Song. What? So you should have a 3-up save against this Dusty, so you need to roll 3 3-ups.
3-up for why?
Shroud Song, which it gives him light cover, even if he's not touching light cover. That's his cantrip.
Okay, let me just check something because I think. Let me check something before I speak.
Yeah, smart missiles, I feel like they did.
I think that they ignore cover. Yeah.
Yes, they do ignore
Units
cover.
attacked by this weapon do not gain any bonuses to their saving throws for being in cover. So if it counts as light cover, I don't care.
You're right. It does count as light cover. So yes, you need 4 ups, Dusty. 1 guy.
Or 2 of them. Well, I failed 1. That's the Vanguard, right?
Yeah, so you just choose who you remove. You probably want to keep the leader, because the leader is usually better. Alrighty. And then that is all you're shooting, right?
Yep.
Alright, so your scan completes at any turn, so you're going to have the ulterior scan for that 1 corner.
Yes.
Um,
We are moving to the charge phase, in which I will decide to not charge anything, to the surprise of absolutely no one.
And you would need to be within 12 anyway. You're on your way to start trying to score engage. And that's pretty much now time for Dusty's turn. Dusty, we would have to do more out. Because you lost enough of the Electro Priest that you could potentially fail. So the way morale works is you look at your leadership characteristic. So the Electro Priests have a leadership of 8. You've lost 3 models. You have to roll over your leadership to fail morale. So on a 6, you fail morale, basically.
I pass.
And you pass morale. And you can't fail with this, that Vanguard because you only lost 1 model. Alright, so end of turn. We're going to switch over now. Go to Dusty's turn. It's your command phase. You get a point. Your tentacles are weird because it's beginning of turn, right? So you're still in Shroud Song. And now it's you go ahead to your movement phase.
Okay. Yeah, I've got nothing on my command phase because there's nothing. Yeah.
There's none of the
Ominous has
Skitarii characters.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just go straight to my movement phase. Shouldn't I have gotten an extra command point?
Sorry,
Yeah.
it's kind of switched. I've been doing it accidentally. Yours is on the right side because you're blue.
Oh, right.
So I've been doing
Should
see.
be.
You see,
Yeah.
see here where the blue and the red is. So I've been doing it. Blue player is on the side. It's a little bit confusing. I apologize for that.
No worries. Alright then, let's... The Sulphur Hounds.
Town really needs better ballistic skill, man.
Yeah. Agreed.
Oh, there's shooting army, and it's like no.
Yeah.
Sulphur Hounds are gonna advance.
The Raiders,
Yeah, in fact, is there something I can do with these guys?
because they have assault weapons, that may not be a bad plan. You got a 12-inch move. They're not terrible in combat, so you can do a lot with them.
Yeah, I'll advance them. I don't know if there's some... I think there might be a stratagem or something to help me get a better advance, but whatever.
So this is going to be a little bit weird. I can't remember dense cover.
There you go.
I had to look at that difficult ground. I can't remember if it hits the whole unit or if it's by model basis. Give me 1 second.
Oh yeah, does that reduce my movement by 2
Would,
inches?
because you don't have fly. Give me 1 second, I'll check.
I got a 2-inch advance.
So you basically just be back to your normal 12-inch move if it does affect the whole unit. It will affect some of them. I just don't know if it affects all of them. So move 12, and then I'll tell you if you can move to one guy like an extra 2 inches, basically. Difficult ground. If a unit.
They still can't see anything, right?
It is unit, so yeah, you'll be moving 12 inches. Not quite, but you don't need to see to make a charge. So the charge would still be a little bit difficult. Because
I just. Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna get rid of that rock that you're about to climb on top of because of that. There you go. Yeah, you just put them there because they were about on that rock. You'd have about one dude you could potentially.
Yeah. The Sulphur Hounds are again too close to each other.
Yeah,
The bases are clipping.
Yeah. You put it a
So-
little bit further that way. Yeah, you could probably get one guy to shoot. So one guy could shoot, but then you could try them. I guess you can't advance and charge. So that's something to consider. If you did not know, you can't advance and charge unless you have a stratagem for it. So did you want to advance?
Mm,
There
Maybe
is potential value in just setting up because you'd be within 3 inches of the objective there. He would still have it because his units have his troop units have objective secured, which means even if he has less models on it, he'll always hold the objective. However, if you can kill that unit off, well then you don't have to worry about that. So if you can figure out a way to kill him off, that's potential. You're looking at about because you have
I
to
might just move them 2 inches back, and then we'll go for the charge
for
instead.
the long range charge. You will have to walk around, but it might be worth it. If you hold right click, it might stop freaking out. There you go. Because you'll have to go around, so it'll probably be about. You're looking at about 9 inches because you just need to end within an inch.
Okay.
It's a 9-inch charge, so there's a lot of working. You may or may not do it, but it's worth the shot.
Yeah, we'll give it a go. And then we'll move the tank. He's just going to move normally 8 inches, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 8 inches. Oh! After my movement phase, I repair stuff.
Oh, yeah. So you just need to make sure you end within the distance to repair.
Careful that the tree is also difficult terrain. So it would eat another 2 inches from your movement.
Yeah, so just end right behind it would probably be your best bet because you got plenty of
Yeah,
fire range.
And anyway, you cannot be on top of the tree because it's an unstable position.
Unstable positioning. I think that's right. I can't remember what the rule is for unstable position. There's a lot of rules. Yeah. Can't be on top, so you just be right behind it anyway. You can end as long as you can fit the base. You can technically end a vehicle on the first floor. You just keep in mind you can't end on the second floor of ruins. The only things that can end second floor ruins are infantry and fly.
I heavy free weapon.
Don't forget that these guys though can walk through the terrain no problem. They ignore the fact that it is terrain. Just keep in mind that with the way you're moving them will be a bit awkward, just because it's going to try to clip at the top of the terrain, so you might have to like do a weird angle.
Yeah, even though there aren't any windows or anything like that, they can just Kool-Aid Man through the wall.
Yeah, let's go. Ah! If you hold right click, it might put them to the bottom floor. The another way to do it is like just make your angle, yeah, like that, perfect.
I think there's 6, and I think.
Yeah, you could potentially make it.
Advance or do they charge?
You could probably make that charge. You will likely. No, actually, that should work.
I think they can shoot already.
They could probably shoot. I don't know if they have guns. That's the problem with that.
They have 12-inch guns.
Oh yeah, like you could definitely shoot the back guys. Oh yeah, their gauntlets do shoot. Weird. Okay. There is a weird
And I
thing.
want to advance my Vanguard.
All right, so you do or you don't. Sorry.
Yeah, let's advance the Vanguard 3 inches. Okay.
And don't forget, there's an objective under that tree. So it's potential you may just want to hold that objective. And you took an action secondary, right? You took banners, so you might want to leave a unit to do banners, because you can't advance a unit and do banners.
I believe these will still be inside, won't they? And
you wouldn't be able to ignore the models in front. You can't just hop over your own models unless you have fly or like flip belts or a special rule. So you would have to kind of walk around them. And banners, the objective, you have to do it on an objective. And I'm actually not sure Catafron can.
There's a little gap here, right?
Yes. Sorry, but yeah. You could do it that way. You could go around. You could do it one model at a time and just kind of walk around them. That's possible. I'm not sure Catafron can do banners, so I'm going to double check that.
Breaches are troops, so I believe they can. But yeah, I think
They
I'm
are
still inside here.
troops, but I think banners might be infantry keywords, so I'm going to double check that.
Yeah, raise the banners is 1 or more infantry units from your army.
Yes. So you do want at least one of your infantry units to start banners this turn. So it may be worth it for your Vanguard to do banners instead.
Yeah, I'm going to put them in the corner of this building here, so they can still reach it. You see that goes into the corner here.
Keep in mind, you can't shoot and do an action. You can't advance and do an action. So if you want to do the action, it's like it takes that unit's turn, basically.
Oh, screw it.
And is it also true that the actions, if you do an action with a character, it turns off their aura, right?
Oh, I don't know about that one. It might be true. I'm not sure.
Because I think that in general, if you use an action, whatever is doing the action is completely useless in all senses of the word.
Yeah, you're right. Cannot use any aura abilities. That's correct. Some of the actions depends. Like the Psychic Secretaries, technically you can do the Psychic Secretaries and then
Yeah.
that turn. But yeah, it does depend on the Psychic Secondaries. Or which one it is. I think all the Psychic Secondaries you can technically do whatever after you do that Psychic Secondary. You just cannot do any other powers after you attempt the Psychic Secondary. And also the Psychic Secondaries are pretty awful. No one takes them. So, I don't know why it even matters.
It's really hard to measure through this building.
It can be a pain. Remember, they're infantry, so they could just walk through them.
Don't want to shoot with Tech Priest.
In fact, yeah, trying to get the charge off that hound would actually be a really good play. That's kind of what you want.
With Tech Priest, Dominus. 6-inch advance, excellent.
He goes wherever he wants.
Let's go 6 inches to.
Yeah, and if you want to see your aura as you're moving,
Yeah.
there you go. And it's a little bit crooked. Auras aren't supposed to be crooked, so don't worry about the crookedness. So you should have all your guys within orange. Just don't forget the tree is -2 to your movement, so you would probably need to end behind it.
Okay. And I can't stand on top of it, no.
No, because it's unstable ground.
Wow, that sucks. Could I have gotten to here instead? I wouldn't have
You
been.
might actually be able to do that regardless, because you started here, right? So if you just went over there, even with the difficult ground, you rolled like, what, a 6?
I'm just gonna sit here, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure what gets your rerolls. It's only core infantry, right?
Yes, it'll be.
So I think that's your breachers.
So priest.
Oh no, your breachers aren't core. So it would be pretty much your electro priest there and your raiders, your sulfur hounds, and your vanguard. Those should be all your core. Yep.
Okay. Alright, yeah, Honor's is not core either, damn. Alright, so just the vanguard and these top hands. Alright then. Not many reroll ones. Breaches don't get it either, so I don't have to worry about them too much.
No, they just
They're gonna move.
do their own job, basically. Don't forget you're at the -2 because of that terrain there. So you're moving above oranges.
My right click is not working to push them down. For some reason.
Yeah, sometimes it's not super 100%. Sometimes it's a little buggy.
Okay, so that's on my movement. I'm not gonna advance them because they want to shoot heavy weapons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you definitely have some line of sight through here. Just make sure you probably want to check your ranges and stuff because you are shooting all the way across the board. Although, no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, yeah, he has a 30.
6
Sorry.
inch range.
Did I think I just moved that cutter phone by mistake.
He's on this side. That side there.
It was on that side. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So I want to shoot these at the.
At the broadside. Not happening from there.
Yeah, you would have to.
With how stringent we said the middle was, it's.
You could probably, so you don't have to move a whole unit. So what you could absolutely do is you could have 2 guys follow the back, and then you would have that line of sight because they basically shot you from the same place. This guy would have to shoot something different. So you could have 2 guys go into the broadside, 1 guy go into the blue squad if you wanted to do something like that. Or even potentially the purple. No, probably not the purple. Probably just, probably, the front guy could probably just get into them. And remember, you don't have to be wholly within to own the objective, so you could just scoot that guy slightly back and you would still be fine. As long as you're within too.
How's that? I think they can both see him now.
Yeah, it's pretty much where he shot you from, so you should be good. It's also silly because he has that giant freaking gun on the front. So, it doesn't. The giant gun does not help the true line of sight.
Yeah, if I could always have him pointing the gun the other way.
Right, yeah, which would be very.
But yes, it is gamey, but it does not look as cool.
It does not. All right, so you're going to your shooting phase.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, who do you want to start with?
Good question.
Yeah, wait a second. Do you have any way of giving something easily +1 to hit? Probably. Especially the Doomcrawler.
I think they lost a lot of their plus the ballistic skills, actually.
My Doctrina is given +1 ballistic skill to almost everything.
Yeah,
at the moment.
you do have your.
Okay.
Yes. I can't remember what gets the Doctrina, but yeah, pretty much most of his army has +1 for his ballistic skill currently.
Okay. Did the Vanguard advance?
They did, yes.
Okay. In that case, I'm not too worried then. I'm not going to use 2 CP to give him -1 to shoot because it's...
Yeah, and I would say generally, I'm an Eldar player. I would say generally, there's very rarely a situation you want to use that -1 to hit. Generally, just it's not as good as it used to be, unfortunately.
Now
Mhm.
the shield drones are protecting the broadsides, right?
Yes, so
they are close enough that I can pass wounds to them on a 2+.
What about commander?
The commander you couldn't target because the fire wars are closest to you, and he's being protected by the fire warriors currently. If you could reduce the fire wars, if you could somehow reduce the fire warrior squad down to only 2 models, then you could do it. But you'd have to reduce the fire warrior squad first.
Okay, well we'll shoot them with maybe we'll shoot them with the Vanguard then, because I think all the Vanguard can see.
Yeah, they can see the back dude there, so you should be fine there.
Okay.
So you're looking because they advance, you're at the -1 hit, but you got the +1 for your ballistic silicon, right?
So I'm back to 3s. I'm going to use a stratagem, which in fact I think I might use 2 because I'm Mars. Funnily enough. So for Mars, it's what, 1 CP each time a wound roll inflicts is a 6. It inflicts 1 mortal wound.
Okay.
In addition, and then enriched rounds.
Always wound on the 4. You're actually already wounding on 3s, so that would be pretty. Oh no, you're only strength 3, aren't you? Yeah, you're already wounding on 4s though, so it wouldn't change anything. Yeah, it wouldn't change anything. Oh, it's a hit roll though. That's up to you. Yeah, I don't know if you, because that's an interesting one. You could,
So
you totally could,
wound,
because it's enriched rounds is on your hit rolls. The 4s just become wounds. So that could catch a few more wounds that you might miss when you start trying to roll your wound rolls. But since you're using the Mars, you wouldn't get the mortals. Does that make sense?
wait, explain that again.
So because it's your hit rolls of 4 up automatically become wounds. That's what enriched rounds is. So you do hit rolls then wound rolls. Mars is 6s on your wound rolls become mortal wounds, right?
Oh, it's so radium carbines, which is on the Vanguard. When I wound on a 6, sorry, when I hit on a 6, it automatically becomes a wound. So other ones I still roll for the wounds. So I can roll them and maybe they'll become mortals.
I think we're on the same page. Hold on, I gotta read the Mars one. Basically, what I'm saying, if is the Mars one, does it say wounds or does it say hits?
So yeah, Mars is shooting phase each time a model in the unit makes an attack wound roll of 6.
So it's wounds. So what enriched rounds would do is your 4+ hits would be automatically become wounds, which means you wouldn't get a chance to try and roll 6s with Mars.
Well, I think
So
any 6s would still be mortals, wouldn't they?
no, not any, because it specifically says wound rolls of 6. So if you use enriched rounds, you have a chance to wound more, but you're losing out on the chance to do mortals. Because the enriched rounds automatically says if you hit in 4s, it becomes a wound. So you never get to the roll a wound step. Does that make sense?
Enriched round says on a wound roll a 4+ automatically wounds, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So because
sorry, enriched round
That
says
cancels
on a
out.
hit roll it causes automatic wound, so it
Right.
skips the wound roll, and since you skip it, you are not rolling a 6 on it, so you cannot generate the mortal wound.
So basically, because the Mars one says you need to roll the wound roll of 6, the hit roll, the automatic wounding on the hit roll would never become a 6. Does that make sense?
Oh, an unmodified hit roll and 4+ automatically wounds the
Yes.
target.
It's a crazy good stratagem. That stratagem in enriched rounds. However, you don't want to do enriched rounds and Mars because you lose out on the chance to do mortals. You want to do one
Right,
or the
so
other.
do I want to automatically wound on hit rolls of 4, or do I want to do mortals on wound rolls of 6? is the question.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know what actually is the better one. What you're kind of.
I'll save the next stratagem for someone else, basically. So I'll use enrich rounds here. So on a hit roll of 4+, I'll automatically wound you.
That would probably make more sense to me.
Okay. And how many have I got there? 4. You killed 1.
Yep.
So 4 times 3.
So you got 12 shots.
It's 12 shots.
They did advance, so but you have the +1/-1, so you're normally hitting on 3s. So any 3s become normal hits. 4s are automatically wounds. 4, 5, and 6s.
And I get to reroll 1 because of Dominus. He's just in.
Yeah, and you're Mars, so you get to reroll a hit roll anyway.
I get to reroll a hit roll?
Mars is thing outside of your Skitari getting benedictions is each time a unit with this dogma is selected to shoot or fight, you can reroll 1 hit roll. So if you get a 2, you can reroll it, and you're rerolling 1s for your dominus, basically.
Oh, so I can reroll just 1 of them, basically.
So you can reroll just 1, like A2,
1 normal and 1 and all my 1s.
and all your 1s. Yep.
Okay, so hitting on 3s.
So what you could do is just pick up the 1 and reroll it.
I don't know why it's rejecting it.
There you go. And then your 3s hit, so you probably don't want to reroll 1 of those. So reroll it 2. Yeah. So that fails anyway. So this is where it gets weird. All those 4s become wounds, so we're just going to pick those up. And now you need to roll the wound rolls for the 3s, which is also all 4s. Okay, so you get 1 more wound. So total, there's no AP on these, right?
No.
Okay, so you got 7 saves to make on the Fire Warriors. This is
and I have 2 of them in cover.
Yes. So you can choose, though, which takes the save first. Do you want to take it on the guys in cover, or do you want to take it on the guys not in cover?
I think I'll take it on the guys in cover. So I'll go in sets of 2 until they die.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They are 3 ups with the cover.
Okay. Jesus. All right.
So 1, 2,
You made the rest of it.
3, 4, 5 dead, and there were only 5. So
yeah, that is the squad.
that's them gone.
Okay. Well, alrighty. That's not good.
Am I in range of this? Damn it.
No, you should have advanced, apparently.
Shit, yeah. And I can't make the charge now. Oh, no.
Now I'm very worried for that commander.
I'm a victim of my own success.
You are. Luckily, not too much to shoot the commander, but still a little bit worried for that commander.
Don't worry. It's going to be fine. It's not like he did anything the previous turn.
That's true, but you need him to do things the next future.
Yes. Yeah, the only problem with one of the bad things about Tau is that our commanders don't just have an aura of improving anything. We have a once per game effect that can be powerful, but in the same way that the tech priests just make happiness happen around them, the commanders don't.
I agree with that. All right, my friend, you got more shooting. Basically, the only thing your Electro Priest can... are they in range? I think the only thing they can hit is the commander. And I think those are the only things that can hit the commander.
So 6 shots hitting on 3s, but I'm ballistic skill +1. Oh, wait, I don't think that affects them. Let me just check.
They are maybe core? Let's check.
Did they advance? I don't think they did.
They did not advance, though, so they're at the
okay.
They wanted to try a charge, yeah, so they...
they are core, so they would get the tech priest reroll 1s.
But they would not get Doctriners. They get Canticles instead. Okay.
Yes.
So
if you wanted to do the stratagem here, you could, technically.
But I'm still hitting on 3s, right? Am I hitting on 3s?
You are hitting on 3s currently. No, they are. No, they're weird. You think they would hit better than they shoot. They are ballistic skill 3, so they do hit on 3s. If you wanted to use the Mars stratagem here, you could. I'm not sure you want to, considering it's only 6 shots.
Yeah, I'm wondering who can shoot the most shots. I might save that for later if I can get some more shots off.
Mm-hmm.
Although that might be the most I can get. The Sulphur Hounds is
The
possible.
Sulphur Hounds have a crazy shot potential if they are actually in front of something.
Yeah, just right now they can't see anything because you killed it. They died. The thing that they could shoot at.
I think I'll just save the CP for now then.
Alright, so you're going to fire the Electro Priest into the commander. Did you want to use the -1 to hit? Or no? Kill him.
How do I use that?
No, it's at the beginning of the shooting phase, so
Okay. So
it's passed.
So for your Electro Priest, you're just going to roll some dice. So you got 3 shots each. So you're looking at 6 shots.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright.
Increase.
And
They
on
reroll
threes.
once.
They are core, so yep, you do reroll once. And I believe you're Mars, so just reroll the 1 and the 2.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so
Let's
everything
grab
hits.
one of them.
Now they are, let's see, they are strength 5 and a cold star.
T5.
T5, so force.
Yeah, it's not a cold star, it's just an XP8.
Okay, okay. You kind of needed that roll to happen. You only have 1 save at AP1, and it's only 1 damage.
Okay, so I have 2 up save from the Iridium suit, so
Yep. So
3 up.
3 up, yep. There you go, you're fine.
Fine.
Woo! There's hope! There's hope!
I'm gonna shoot at him with. I think my tech priest dominance. Is he in range? Let me check. What range is this gun?
He's got a
24
12-inch range on the microservers, 24-inch range on the Volkite. So the Volkite definitely can.
I'm not quite in range for that, but the Volkite is gonna be what's he? Ballistic skill 2.
Yeah, but he, I'm assuming, does not ignore the heavy movement penalty. No, so he's hitting on 3s then.
And he gets canticles knocked off.
Oh my god, what is that gun? Alright.
Standing on 3s, they all hit, and this will be wounded on 3s because I'm strength 6 here.
Yes, but 6s are 2 mortal wounds. Oh, thank god. Alright, there's no AP on these, so you just need your 2 up saves. They are, however, 2 damage. So just don't roll a bunch of ones. You rolled A1, but
2 damage, right?
it is 2 damage. You have a CP left. You can choose to reroll that.
Do you have anything else that can shoot at the commander this turn?
My Dunecrawler, yeah.
The Tunecrawler, I think with the way we did the boxes.
It can from one of its legs, yeah.
Yeah, good from its legs, yeah.
So I don't think I'm going to spend the command point here because
that makes sense.
Yeah, the Doomcrawler, if it shoots the big gun at it, it's dying anyway.
yeah, that could be bad depending on the the damage it does.
Okay, so he's down to 3 wounds.
He's down to 3 wounds, yes. So press 5 to reduce your wounds.
5.
Yeah,
Numpad 5 or normal 5?
Number pad 5. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Or is it 3?
Oh, that's weird. Someone using that one just wants to measure everything. It's 2 or 3. I apologize. 2 or 3. Number pad 2.
Okay. Now he's at 3 wounds, as he should.
Oh yeah, at the end of my movement phase, I wanted to try and repair my Doomcrawler as well.
Yeah, you just say you're doing it, and then it's what, D3?
Yeah, D3.
You just roll D3.
See what I get.
He was 1. He goes up to 10.
He goes up to. Oh, that went down. No, 10.
Alright, what do you shoot next?
I think I will just shoot the Doomcrawler.
At the commander?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So 18-inch range, I can do
the focus shot profile. Yeah. It's D6 shots.
D6. This is what I might want to reroll. So let's see how many get shots I get. 1. All right, I want a CP reroll.
Okay, that makes sense for you seeing the number of shots.
And it rejects the dice.
Yeah, it does unengage it. 5 shots. Okay.
Yeah, sweet.
Alright.
3, 4, 5.
You are hitting on 3s?
The Doomcrawler actually does get Doctriners.
Oh, you're
I'm gonna
hitting on
double check.
2s?
I'm pretty sure it does. Wait, let me add it to this roster I've got in front of me.
Excluding agent of the variant alone. This character is marked by the enemy shall turn effects for army. Each of them has 2 effects.
Yeah, he gets Doctriners. Okay, so I'm hitting on 2s.
Oh, that's gross.
And on 2s, and he's not core, so I don't get to reroll a 1, but I get 5 hits. So this is strength 8. So
Technically, you would get your Mars reroll.
your toughness 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so winning on 3 still. Alright, so 3 wounds, and these are -4.
So I think you have a 4-up invuln on the crisis suit, right?
No.
Oh, they
It's
don't.
not. No, only if you pay 10 points for a shield, which means that you're taking 1 less weapon.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, we don't. It's just a 2-up save, so it goes to a 6-up now with this -4.
Yeah, and any fail just kills him basically. He's dead.
Yeah, 3 damage each. And this is by far from the best weapon you can put on a Doomcrawler as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild.
Here we can see that. Here we can see the difference in what our heavy shooting platforms are with your Dune Crawler and my broadsides.
Yeah.
Broadsides hitting on 4s, 2 shot.
No
Dune
mercy,
Crawler
no respite.
doing essentially the same, more shots, better ballistic seal. Is a giant spider.
Is disgusting. All right. Well then.
So I just got that cat from Breaches to shoot with now.
Yep.
I guess we'll just shoot they can't see those guys. So we'll start shooting the broadsides who it'll get absorbed by the shield drones, but we need to work on them anyway.
Yep.
So just 2 of them can see. This guy clearly can't see.
Yep.
And he is in range, right? 32, 36 inch.
Yep.
Guns. These guys get affected by canticles, I think. Yeah, they're canticles.
Yep.
So ballistic skill 4. Is that reduced because of dense cover?
Yes, so you'd be +1, -1, so you're still back to 4s.
Okay. Why am I +1?
Your canticle. Oh, sorry, canticles. Sorry, I keep confusing that with your doctrine. Sorry, you would be hitting on 5s. My apologies.
5s. Okay. So 5 dice, and then we might as well just roll this, see how it turns out. Oh wait, actually the heavy 2. So yeah, what am I thinking about? 2 of them are shooting the heavy 2.
Yeah, so 4 dice.
4 dice, hitting on 5s. Damn it.
Alright, so you get 2 hits, you have your Mars reroll.
Yeah. Reroll 1 of those.
Yep, because you get to reroll 1 dice, because it's just all your dogmas and stuff. Alright, so anyway. And you do need to wound on what the broadside is, so broadside's what, T5?
Yep.
So it'd be strength 6, right? So 3s?
3s. God damn it.
Alright, so 1 wound. It's 2 damage. Did you want to shield run it, or do you want to just take it?
I think I can just take it.
Yeah, it's AP2, so you still get a save. So you're at your
4 okay. 2 up.
Yep, so AP2, so 4 ups. Nope.
Nope, not meant to be, so I'm taking 2 damage. So...
Why would you not take it on the shield trap?
Because it's 2 damage and the broadsides don't degrade, so...
Yeah.
I can just take it there, and I can keep the shield rounds for later.
Yeah, in case he needs like other shooting to kind of slow down.
Oh, the shield drones shoot. Okay.
No, they don't.
No, it's just like
they just exist.
You got the Doom Crawler, so like it's saving those shots would probably matter more than the Breachers for now.
I see.
Yeah, he's kind of got to think through what he wants to defend, really.
That is all of my shooting.
Yes. So you did get your attrition this turn, so that would be 3 points. No engage yet, and no banners.
Nah, I just shot. I
Yeah.
was like, I thought shoot, raise banners on another time.
Yeah, so you don't have anyone on the objective that my breachers were on, right?
Correct. He has
Oh,
no one on it.
engage. I don't get engaged on all fronts either. I definitely should have advanced these guys. So bad.
He does not. So you would be he doesn't score until your turn as his command phase, so you have a chance to remove him off objectives. So
Yeah, that's why I was thinking if I needed to think about moving a shield drone in there to contest the objective or not.
yeah, you're kind of in a weird place. I could not tell you the way out. I am not the top player.
I do not think that there is actually a way out, but we're going to try anyway, bravely.
So just a few things I noticed that I would recommend you think about. Just what I noticed on the Tau side. You probably already know you probably should put your children in front of you, so you could have taken those shots for your commander.
Yep.
And also, what I would have done with your targeting is actually wiped out either those Electro Priests, or I would have wiped out the Vanguard, because you know he has that one that is trying to kill more, and all he did kill 2 that round, but at least if he only ended up killing 1, you would have tied. So just try to think through his secondaries too and how you can design them.
Yeah, I did not think that I needed to kill 2 units. I was...
Yeah, that Vanguard is crazy.
Yeah.
Wild!
Because if just one of my breachers has, not one, if 3 of my breachers had survived, my commander would have been safe from Doomcrawler.
100%.
That was my thinking. I didn't need to put my shield drones where they could be shot without -1 to hit, because my commander was safe. Until those Vanguard came rushing through, and
I totally forgot about enriched rounds. That's also my bad. I forgot that was a thing.
It's okay. I haven't played Admec
Enriched rounds is
really.
So good. It's so good.
It's a nice stratagem.
What you can do with that, so just like as a competitive thing, as Gil does his movement phase.
Yeah. Okay, so we end the charge and so on.
Yeah. Okay, he's out of charge range, so he can charge even if he wanted to.
Command phase. I don't think I can skip the turn.
Oh no, he's got
to do it.
Play. Yeah.
Oh,
so if you just
charge you. Damn.
If you right click on the blue button, it'll switch his phase over to the turn 2, and it'll give priority to him.
Oh, I'll choose my canticles and my doctriners actually quickly.
Yes.
For a new battle round. So I'll go with +1 to my save and -3 to my movement.
Okay.
And then Benediction of the Homicide, which is reroll 1 hit roll, reroll 1 wound roll, and reroll 1 damage roll.
Okay.
So a little bit of defense, a little bit of offense.
Sounds good. So then you're going to come up to the blue button and just right click it, and I'll switch the tone over him. He doesn't have anything.
One more time to get through the fight and the morale.
One more time. There you go.
Now it's my turn. Yay!
Then at start turn, you do hold 1 step, so you get 5 points for that.
Yep.
And you want to look towards to see how you can start getting some more of your secondaries and stuff. It's kind of
my secondaries are heavily crippled at the moment because I only have 1 unit that can score the Octarius thing, and at most it's going to do it 1 more time.
Octarius is a weird one because I'm sure that's infinite.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. I have the battle suits, which are not troops or anything, and I have the drones, which are drones.
Yeah.
They are not anything.
It is just
rules-wise. So, yeah, actions. It's going to be
It's going to be tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man.
So I think I'm going to do what I was thinking. It was when we move something, tab, right?
Yes, you hold tab while you're moving when you pick it up.
Yes, so they can move 8 naturally, and then I could advance them.
If you want to do, yep.
Yes.
There's two kind of ways you can play at this point. You could try to play cagey, or you can try to play denial. It's going to be a tough one either way.
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep those drones where they're still technically useful, but they're giving me engage. So that one is there. This one is a little no, that's true. They need to be both far, so I'm going to have to advance them because who cares if
Another way
they can shoot or not, because they don't shoot.
I reckon one of the reasons this might not be going so good is you had to shoot with all your fire warriors probably.
It probably wouldn't have helped realistically.
Because at long range they shoot 2 shots, strength 4, AP nothing, damage 1 at the 4+ ballistic skill.
Part of it was just positioning, like
and also big part is that it has this broadsides with the missile with guns. If it had the broadsides with the missiles and they were in the same unit, which I could buff better, maybe, or if I brought a unit of XV8s, which could have had the hitting on 3+ for the veteran cadre stratagem. Because the problem I have now as Farsight is that the broadsides are never going to be close enough for their
rerolls.
All of the Farsight buffs. So they're a bit wasted there. So realistically, I've won nothing from going for Farsight.
Yeah.
You could have focused on the squad of Vanguard.
Yeah. I'm focusing them now. They're hopefully going to die. So both of my broadsides can see the Doomcrawler. Yeah, so I'm going to move these guys over the line, which is farther than they can move because of the difficult terrain. So I'm going to have to advance them.
Some of it's targeted priority. Some of it was just positioning. Like even just being redundant on protecting your character is always super important in the army.
Yeah, I am seeing that that is really important. Yes.
Especially in Tau, because like not being able to use either Monka or Calgon is such a big deal. And then their characters, even like if they're not cold stars, are still fairly beefy in a lot of their strong shooting. Although that time you didn't really do anything.
Yeah, so so they did they roll an advance of 4? Can you check what dice it says?
Yes, you rolled an advance of 4.
Yes, so they move 6 naturally, so that's 2 inches, and then I can still move 2 more.
-2 for the
Yeah. So I can move up to 10 inches because I have. No, I can move up to 8 inches. That's true.
8 inches, yes, but that should still be enough to get you in that table quarter. Oh, maybe not. Maybe slightly up because of that back guy.
Yeah. I spun them by mistake, but yeah, that bad guy is a problem.
That might be okay for a turn.
I don't think I'm getting another turn, but yeah. Okay, so onwards to the shooting phase. Sorry. Psychic. Now shooting. So the Doomcrawler, can it do that really annoying -1 to hit again?
He does have the CP for it if you'd like to do the -1 hit, yeah.
Can it be done like turn after turn after turn? The smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really annoying.
Yeah, minus hits are a really big deal against Tau. It's a hard one to
do.
And I'm repairing him up with the Tech Priest as well.
Yeah.
You're probably better off trying to kill the infantry. Take as many units as you can. Get to deny me attrition.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I actually, that's true. So then I would need to move my broadside up a little.
Potentially not, because right now he doesn't.
Yeah, because I want to shoot those Caterforms then.
But
If I'm shooting units,
he shot at you with those cataphracts, so you can shoot at him. So with one of those broadsides, you could. It would be the yellow guy you need to move forward.
Okay.
Because
So then.
And realistically, you don't need to move the yellow guy super forward. The other thing you can think about is those raiders are coming for you next turn.
But they're coming for me at -3 movement, so.
Yes, but just to start getting rid of them might be worth it.
They're really, really annoying profile to try to kill.
Yeah, they dropped down in wounds, so they're no longer the 3 wounds they used to be. So they should
doesn't. Yeah, even if they're 2 wounds, that means that my SMS does really little because it's 1 damage, and my my heavy rail rifle.
Realistically,
I need to roll incredibly hot to get 2 shots to actually wound.
Coming from a competitive standpoint, here's what you need to look at doing. You got to get red off of that objective. You cannot have them there that turn. If he starts scoring more than you already, then you're already in the problem. So
this Vanguard and Electro Priests combo. Really, actually, only the Vanguard. I think that the Electro Priests are not.
You might want to consider getting rid of them just because of what they can do in combat. That's just the other reason why you might want to think about the Raiders. The thing about where the Cataphron are is with the minuses and your shield drones, probably not a huge concern. Your goal needs to be, I'm going to play objective hard, which means I'm going to remove anything that can contest objectives from me. So if you can deny him his secondaries, if you can make sure he can't get off banners and engage, then you're already in a better position because your drones move fast enough that you can get engaged. Not easy, but easier than he can get it. Does that make sense? So what you really want to think about doing in this context, this very, very competitive mindset I'm in, but you're at a point where you're gonna have to play really, really hard. So you're gonna need to think about how you can reduce the things that are going to tie you up in combat, because as soon as that happens, it's done. So the Raiders are the biggest problem, because even if they're -3 movement this turn, if you don't get rid of enough of them by next turn, you're in a really big problem. The Doomcrawler shouldn't kill either of the broadsides, assuming that you don't roll horribly and the shield drones actually do their jobs. The Vanguard have to go. The Electro Priests have to go, because both of those can do objectives. The rest of his army cannot do secondaries.
So all of them have invulns, right? Skitarii are 6-ups, I think, and Electro Priests 5-up.
I believe that's correct. I believe Skitarii 6-up and Electro Priests they're 5-ups with the 5-up field of pain. Although the missile launchers should do it. You got a bit unlucky last turn.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, do I just focus fire with the yellow one, everything into those units of people?
Yeah.
And probably, I think I'm going to shoot my heavy rail rifle into the Vanguard, because the AP will actually be used, and then the SMS into the Electro Priests.
So the other thing to think about, because you need to target those, is what's the best way you can protect those broadsides? Because they're your army at this point, is those broadsides. Them and your little dudes. Is it best for you just to pull back because the Doomcrawler is going to have a hard time getting line of sight next turn? Is it best for you to...
I mean, it really isn't going to have a hard time getting line of sight. It already has line of sight to one of them.
It does already have line of sight to one of them, but only because it could shoot through here. As soon as you move slightly back, like in this direction, he basically has to move over here to start getting line of sight on things. Because with the way we've done the targeting here, you have this kind of very straight path that you have to shoot through, or you have to kind of trickle it through here. So this guy, if you move basically over here, he shouldn't be able to be targeted next turn. This guy, if he moves, he's probably going to be targeted no matter what, but he's got enough shield drones around him that you're not too worried about it, right? So he could stay there, or he could move further back, try to give a little bit more protection or keep him in the dens, move slightly to the right.
Yeah. The thing is that if I move him slightly to the right, I need to also move all of the shield drones out of the way first.
Yeah. The other thing to think about too is you want to get out of the line of sight from these guys, because the less shooting in general you're taking, the better you're in.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry for the coaching, but I'm just trying to make sure that the game keeps going past turn 2.
Yes. Just going to finagle this guy a little. True, move this guy a little bit to this side.
This is the kind of.
I think that
Sorry.
I think that Mr. Yellow should stay there, because if I move him too far back, he's going to get shot by more of the Sulfur Hounds, probably.
Yeah, that's potentially true. Yes, or even the Cataphrone if they move a little bit.
Yeah, so he's staying there.
This is like my least favorite part of the game, because when you're in the position that you need to really think through where you're going to go and what you're doing, it's where 40k kind of should be, where it's not just you shooting across the board. Now you're really playing the objective and trying to figure out how to win the game, which is by far the most fun to me.
What is really, really annoying is that the last Fire Warrior there is across the line.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's one of those.
If he could just die, if I had a strat to just cause them a mortal wound,
that would be nice.
I would. Just lay your life down for the greater good, please.
But
do you like my deployment? I felt like I kind of planned it all from the beginning.
It did work out pretty well.
Yeah. These guys
would
up to here, and these would take this objective.
Yeah, because the Cataphrons have crazy range on their
really
guns.
Good. Yeah, the Cataphrons are really good right now.
Yeah,
all right.
These guys will shoot.
Yes, so shooting. Mr. Yellow is shooting heavy rail rifle into the Skitari and the SMS into the Corpus Cari.
I just think
so heavy rail.
That's probably the way you want to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, heavy rail rifle, and then.
I would just do because they're two different units you're targeting. Just do them separately because.
Yeah.
Of his
yeah, but I just generated the dice first.
Yeah.
So first up into the Vanguard. That one's a miss. That one's a hit. Checking. Does it generate mortals? Does it generate mortals on wound rolls? Okay, so not yet. Now to wound. Okay, that's a wound. AP -4.
So basically, you need your
invul.
6 up invul, because even if a 3 up.
I have +1 save because of my Doctriner imperative. So
even then, that'll break you to 3 up. It's still -4. So either way, you need a 6 up because they're only 4 up base.
So I've only got 3. So.
Yeah, so it just kills 1 right out.
Yeah.
+1 Vanguard.
And everything into the Electro Priest.
Yes.
There you go. That's more average. You're also rolling really under average last turn. That's super under average.
Yeah. Yeah. Now strength 5, so wounding on 3s, I think.
Yes, that's correct. So it's 3 wounds. Either way, those guys have a 6 up, so it would go to a 5 up with the +1. So you're still going to need 5 up invulns. Okay, so you fail 2, and then you have your 5 up fail nothing. So you roll 2 more dice. Oh no, the rolls.
Okay, so that broadside did absolutely nothing. I will have my other broadside do a repeat of the same.
Exact same thing, yeah.
So first up, the blue dice. Blue dice, please. Thank you. Both hits.
Perfect. That's what you need. 2s. Perfect. So
both wound.
2 6-up saves for the Vanguard. No, they super died. They gave up. Like, no, I don't want to save at all.
Yeah, stop shooting anti-tank at me, please. Okay.
And then your Electro Priest again.
Oh no! Oh my lord! Oh, the humanity! Yes.
Oh, what a roll!
Yeah.
That's so
I
many
just-
ones.
Yeah. 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 So
You're not at
let's
12
see.
inches either, are you?
No.
Unfortunately.
Does it wound? Does it wound? Yes,
It
it
does
wounds.
wound.
Yay.
1 5
Now-
up.
Yeah, you have to chain 5 ups essentially to deny this.
Alright.
So first,
I want more.
still no pain.
Alright.
Yay!
So what's it?
We did the damage. Woohoo!
So you did lose 1 Electric Priest, so you got 1 Electric Leaves left and 1 Vanguard. That is
That is what we've done here. Yes.
an unfortunate roll.
My faith is my shield.
Thank you for following everyone. Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, morale, the Electro Priest cannot fail, I guess.
No, the one you need to fail though is the
Yeah.
Vanguard. So there's
No
no charges.
mercy, no respite.
So it comes down to the morale of the Vanguard. Because there's no charging, there's no other shooting.
Yeah. It has leadership 7 and I've killed 3, so.
So on a 5 you would fail.
That forest has just moved.
Yeah, you're good, it happens. Hold on, let me go back a little bit.
I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. Woo.
There we go. That should have fixed it, hopefully.
Yes, that did fix it. Now the forest is in the correct place.
Okay, cool. Alright, so now you need to roll on a 5 up your Vanguard runs away. Oh, just under.
You fix it. I
Hey,
needed to hold that objective.
yeah,
Yes.
you really needed to, and he's
Yeah.
going to.
He is going to. So that would go to your turn. That means.
Yeah, I need to click the red button.
Yeah, I have to reactivate the toggle for the measured movement. There we go. Unfortunately, when you do have to go back and get rid of all the colors.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so it comes down to Admec's turn. So you do score 10 points for holding 2 objectives, and you score the 15 for holding more.
Nice.
Oh, that was such an unfortunate roll.
Alright, well, there's nothing to do in my command
Yeah.
phase.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate roll, but if I was going to shoot them essentially point blank, I should have moved the
Yeah.
what used to be Mr. Yellow a little closer, so that I would have rerolled all of those ones. But yeah, that's a combination of what happens when I don't really play a far sight in real life.
It's hard to get used to all the rolls.
Yeah.
So it's also
Yeah, because-
like that's one of those situations that like Cal Young would have helped so much.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to advance with the Sulphur Hounds.
Okay.
Because they haven't really got any. I don't know, actually.
Because you're at what? They do get the -3 movement, right?
I'm at -3, so I could move something like 9 inches.
Yeah. You'd still be in charge range. It's still doable.
Yeah.
I don't know, especially onto these little things. I might just move normally, you know. Alright then. So.
Yeah, about 6 there.
And then 3.
Just 3 over. Yeah.
Yeah, so all of that. Yeah, we'll just call it 6, that's fine. And then
Oh, that one pin card. That's such a point swing too. Oh man. I think that's the biggest problem with the Vanguard Living. It's just a 10-point swing is so massive in this. No, unfortunately, he lost his commander, Basil.
be behind them, so that's fine. They'll still be able to attack in close range. Now what? These don't suffer any penalty for moving and shooting, so might as well move them 6 inches. But they can only move 3.
4 inches, it's -2. Unless they're 5 base, sorry. Are they 5 base?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're gonna be
3
moving
inches,
pretty
yeah.
dense, right? And they're all
Mhm.
already losing.
Oh, do
wait,
they? They don't get the Doctrinos, right?
They don't actually.
No,
Yeah,
no.
cool.
So
So
you-
they get to move 6, but then only 2 minus, right?
yeah,
So 4 inches.
so 4 inches total. So not much in terms of shot priority.
Yeah, if they move 4 inches, I can't really see this guy. So I might actually just move these back. Yeah, you know what? I need to keep them in unit coherency as well. So.
And you'd have a hard time seeing them either way because the center we dictated was like right about here, right? So I'm not sure you could.
I'm more concerned about shooting this guy, which, oh yeah, that's pretty hard.
Yeah.
To do that, so I can only move 1 inch backwards. That was their original position. I think you've done well to hide him. Well done. Alright. What else can I do? Maybe shoot these guys? I'd have to be like right up here. Because he's in the center line.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I got what, 4 inches?
Yeah, it'd probably be a pretty hard shoot.
One guy.
One guy could probably make that shot, yeah. You would be at a minus though because of the dents again.
Alright then. Then what? I haven't really got any shots going on here. These are not coarse and they're not going to get to reroll ones, I think, from Tech Priest Dominus.
No, at this point, I think the last core thing you have is that one Vanguard left and the Cerberus Raiders. Oh, why do I keep calling them Raiders? Sulfur Hounds!
So let's move this Electro Priest up. Screw it. We're gonna fight with him. Because I think it's gonna be fun.
The Lone Man.
So is he getting affected by Doctriners? I think he's Canticles actually.
Let's see if I have it over. It says Canticles.
Okay, so he gets his normal move. He keeps measuring from the roof of that building though. Kinda sucks.
Yeah, if you angle your camera like down, it should fix that. Just don't forget the fallen trees. -2 movement.
Really difficult. I'm having a lot of trouble being able to do this. Yeah, just even if I zoom right in.
That's okay because it's 2D, so either way, it's still the same amount of movement.
Alright. So he's gonna probably want to charge, so I'll just move him 6 inches.
Yeah, and we're basically right behind the log.
Is there really no good way of editing the text on you use the description for the units?
It can be a bit of a pain. The best way to do it is after. It's a bit of a pain after Battlescribe's gone through and done every update. Usually what you would do is update your Battlescribe roster and then just fix it on the model. It's kind of a pain, unfortunately, on the text file.
Okay. Is there an explanation on how to do the Battlescribe import from
Yes,
the TTS server?
There it is. On the TTS Warhammer 40k YouTube channel, there is a bunch of tutorials on how to do the different adding models, finding models, using the Battlescribe to TTS. There's a bunch of things on there.
Do you mind if I think he's in there. Would you say that's in? Let's just put myself out into this guy's aura.
Yeah.
He might not be how you've placed him, but he could be. Essentially, if you twist his head the other way, I think that it can go against the building. So yeah, it's fine.
And also,
just by rotating the model, it would be in.
Yeah. Oh, I guess you have your Falkai blaster on him still.
Alright, Has the Onager moved? I don't think so. The Onager moved 8, but he does get affected by Doctriners, so he's down to 5. And I wouldn't be able to shoot if I aren't.
If you move him far enough that he can target my fire warriors, pretty sure that's game, because they are the ones who can score me to secondaries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be rough. I think he's gonna struggle with that either way, though.
I think I might be able to get it, you know. Just here.
Yeah, there, or if you move them.
Turn these off.
Let's see.
Oh wait, the tree though. We said the tree was blocked.
Yeah, but or if you move him where I'm putting the markers, I don't know if you see them.
Yeah, right there, where you have the
And if you move him in front of the Caterphon, then you can just shoot clear across between the buildings and hit them.
There's the objective. I hate this sometimes. There's the objective sphere. Come on, there you
He was like.
Yeah, he was a little more forward than that, but there. He was there.
Yeah, he was basically at the edge of that terrain piece. You could definitely move him right here, and he should have shots. Then it comes out to the dice rolls at that point. Although you might help him. Oh wait, no, it's the end of your turn for engage.
Yeah, it's the end of your turn. But still, he might help me because to do the secondary, I need to be more than 6 inches away from that table quarter, and they only move 6 inches. So I need the back one to die.
That's true.
If I am going to do that secondary, I need that guy to die. Yeah.
I think this guy's wholly within this section here as well, so.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he should be. However, engage is not 6 inches.
My faith is my shield.
So this guy, the guy in this quarter, 6 inches in the middle.
If you charge things, then
then maybe not. These guys definitely don't. So you should. Basically, you need this guy to make the charge to start scoring engage.
Okay, I've got 3 inches here on my Dominus to my tank as well. If you guys go with that.
Alrighty. Oh, for when you want to heal him, then. Sounds good.
Yeah. Alright, then so I'll heal him with a D3. I'll do that.
He's already at 10 out of 11, so either it's already just goes back to full health. You can't go over your original wounds characteristic.
Back to full health. And everything is now moved. Admec don't believe in psychic.
Oh, time for shootings. The all-important shooting phase. Actually, color these guys again so we can see them.
You know, I think we'll try with the Sulphur Hounds first.
Right.
Maybe into broadsides, because I know they're dangerous. I mean, they can see your fire warriors. So I could go for the objective. I don't know. But I want to give you a chance. So I'm going to go for the...
Don't they have a 12-inch shooting?
They do, so actually they might not even be in range, you're right?
No.
Yeah, they pretty much have to target the broadsides. Or you could target the shield drones, basically.
Yeah.
We'll go for the broadsides, because shield drones don't do anything, do they?
No, they exist.
They exist to protect the broadsides, basically.
I mean, technically, they do have one attack on a weapon skill 5 up, strength 3, damage 1, AP nothing.
I don't know if it's the case anymore, but generally it's better to shoot at the shield drones first than the broadsides.
Unless he's just going to shoot the broadside with a lot of dice and say for Mars and melt them.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah,
that's kind of new on that one.
A lot of dice. And how do I shoot here? It's because it's got the sulfur breath, which is the horse's mouth, I think.
That's a good question because they're pistols. Monster able to shoot any assault weapons that are equipped with entrainment. They shoot pistols. So basically, you can shoot both because they're considered assault weapons, not actually pistols. The shields
right.
Pointless
so
to even make them pistols.
Well, they can be fired into melee. So instead of saying you can fire the assault weapons in melee, they say they can fire the pistols as if they were assault.
That does make sense. Although that feels like it's more complicated than just saying it the other way around.
Okay, the Wrath of Mars is on a Mars unit, I believe. So I can apply that to the Cerberus Silverhands.
Yes.
And they'll be shooting, what, 3 sulfur breaths? So that'll be a d6 each. And then they'll shoot, 4 phosphor pistols and then 1 phosphor blast pistol.
Yeah, the front 2 can target my back broadside, but the back 2 can't. So the back 2 have to shoot what used to be Mr. Yellow Guy.
That's absolutely wild. Yep.
I'm gonna put everything into the one they're closest
Oh,
to.
they do actually have to hit. Okay. For some reason, the sulfur breath, I just like, is that a flame?
You're right, actually, yeah, because it's like
It's not.
this guy's got full wounds. Maybe I will put.
What was the command for coloring the units?
You press 1. And then,
1. Okay, that was it. Yeah.
And then select one of the colors at the bottom.
What would you do here? Would you put all 4 into the 6 wound guy, or would you put the 2 front ones into the 4 wound guy, and then 2 into the back into the 6 wound?
Hard to say because of the shield drones.
It's probably better to put all 4 into the 6 wound, right?
My typical go-to is actually just to take the shield drones out.
Yeah, but the thing is that the shield drones are effective when they're taking multiple wounds.
Yeah, multiple damage.
If you're shooting 1 damage weapons anyway, taking it on the shield drone or the broadside is essentially the same. So just shoot. So, I mean, the only difference is that the broadside has toughness 5 and the shield drones have toughness 4. So it's a little easier to wound on a shield drone.
Yeah.
So if you want to shoot some shots there, sure, but then you risk the overkill.
Oh, so the wounds go onto the toughness of the broadside, you're saying?
Yes, because it is the broadside taking the wound roll, and then when I go to the save, it's like, actually, no.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use my armor. I'm going to have someone jump in front.
So it is advantageous to take a shield drone. Okay, I'll shoot the shield drones then.
The result's going to end up being fairly similar, just because the saves will be the same.
Are the shield drones 1 unit?
No, there's 3 units of shield drones, which are orange, yellow, and no color.
Yeah.
Because they come from 3 different units to begin with.
This makes things like a bit complicated. So
yeah.
if I were to do...
If you just want the simple one, shoot everything at the broadside.
That would be the simplest
The shield drones will just explode trying to save the broadside anyway. So
yes.
Well, I want to save the most well, they all do 1 damage anyway.
Exactly, that's the thing. They all do 1 damage.
Has... All right, yeah, screw it. I'm just going to shoot your broadside.
I forgot about Wrath of Mars. You have to go look at an FAQ.
Yeah, we have a look at Wrath of Mars as well. Because it's
you can only match 6 mortal wounds. I just have to figure out how it works with shield drones because I forgot.
Well, how it works for shield drones is that the damage does. Is it that on the wound? What's the text exactly? I know how it would interact with shield drones if I can see the text.
Yeah, the Wrath of Mars it does 1 mortal wound in addition to any damage. And the way mortals happen now is at their end of is it after all damage.
Actually, it would be better to shoot the shield drones, right? Because they're toughness 4.
Oh, yeah. You would basically
a strength 4, so I'd wound it a little bit easier.
You would basically with the shield drones, the mortals would get reduced to 1 damage if you shot out the broadside.
Yeah. If there are still drones around, yes.
Yes.
Because it's a 1 normal damage and 1 mortal wound tagged onto that 1 wounding attack.
Mm-hmm.
And the way drones work is that the whole wounding attack gets passed off.
Yeah.
You've got 3 units of shield drones, right?
Yes.
I have 4. I have 4 of these guys actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I could put 1 sulfur breath onto one unit, another sulfur breath onto another unit, another sulfur breath onto another unit, and I'd still have one more sulfur breath.
Yep.
And
Yes.
I'd put that onto.
You can literally put like an entire raider
And-
each.
Yeah, and 4 phosphor pistol.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So you could totally do it that way if you wanted to do like one raider, everything from one raider into one shield drone, everything from one
These-
raider into one shield drone. We could that would work too.
apart from the alpha, all these guys are dual wielding, so
Mm-hmm.
they've actually got
2
2
pistols.
phosphor pistols each, so it'd be 3 times 2, 6.
Mhm.
6 phosphor pistols.
They're D3 shots, so yeah, so it'd be 2 D3 shots per raider.
So let's do
sulfur
this,
round.
right?
It's a lot of
3
variable shots. Jesus.
Yeah.
These 3 guys are basically going to split all their shots onto
Okay.
the shield drones, right? And then the alpha is going to shoot the broadside with all of his shots. I
Okay.
think. Does that make? Yeah. Fuck it. I'll try that.
All right, so so you're gonna put the we'll say 1 into yellow, 1 into the back ones, which pretty much has to be the front guy. Okay, your raider actually.
Yeah, they all arranged to do that. I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah. That
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
H.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So which broadside are you shooting at? Because that does matter.
The one oh yeah, because
Well-
I've got one in range to shoot at the.
Mm,
Well, the one with 4 wounds, then the alpha will shoot into
okay.
if he's in range.
All
Is he
right.
in range?
Yes.
Well, maybe
Oh, no, maybe not. He's actually slightly out.
No, what am I getting? I'm getting 11.5.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
it-
no,
it
it's
depends how
11. You're good. You're good. 11 points.
Yeah.
Actually,
Okay, so he can do that.
yeah.
And the other 3 can do 1.
Okay.
Wait, the other 3 can do 1, 2, 3. Yeah,
Okay.
the measurements do work out. Okay.
So, who do you want to start with?
Let's do one of the groups of shield drones.
Okay.
You
Which
can
shield
choose
drone?
the one's closest.
All
I'll
right,
do that.
so back guy into orange. We'll say it that way. Okay, so back to the orange. So it's
So
2
we
D3
have-
shots with the pistols.
Wait, so just 2d6, right? Sorry,
2d3.
1d6.
Oh, sorry.
Let's do the
Okay.
Yeah, let's do
Sulfur breath.
the d6 first. So
All
you
right,
get
so
a
5 shots there.
So 2 more, 2 more.
Right, and then you hit on 3s.
I hit on 3s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reroll that 1, please, because you're Mars.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then you wound on 4s.
Didn't you use the Wrath of Mars?
Strength 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and I did use the Wrath of Mars. What did I miss?
Okay.
Okay. So that's fine. So first thing you have to do is make those 4 up intervals.
I needed 6s on the.
We'll do 2 mortal wounds, which I need to get track of.
Yes,
Alright,
so,
one failed so
uh,
far.
So
It's-
there's 2 more wounds there as well.
You
so
need to save those 6s too, because it's in addition.
Yeah, but those are mortal wounds. I just did my
It's-
invuln, which
it's-
saved 1.
It's mortal wounds into addition, so you also have to roll them and then recount the invulns. So you have
How many
1
wounds
damage
does
so
she
far.
drops?
No,
What
but I
is-
don't get. Yeah, but I don't.
It's
Drones
in
attack, right?
addition means you still have to save for the normal damage, and then the mortals would come through.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. They're mortals in addition. True.
Right, so that's another. So you would have 4 wounds total to roll for your Philippines. They have 1 wound each, but they have a 4 up invul and then a 5 up Philippine.
Yeah, so one of them, let's see if it survives. Nope.
No.
Second one, see if it. No.
Oh, almost, but no. Alright, so orange is dead.
So no more shots on that guy.
Alright.
Next group. We'll do the same thing. We'll do the d6 first.
Okay, so is this into yellow? Because this is at -1 to hit. That's
Oh,
why.
okay.
Actually, I don't think it is at -1 to hit because you can draw a line to.
It's because you're
And-
indents. Yeah, yellow drones are indents, so it would be -1.
Yeah, but is it because you are indents, or is it that the shooting line has to cross?
If you're
the
indents,
forest.
if you're indents, it still gets the dense cover.
Okay.
Well, the line definitely goes over it.
Yeah, either way, you
So
still
I
got the dense cover.
I think you get it. Yeah.
Alright, so these are all the d6 into the dudes at -1.
Okay. So this is -1 to hit.
Yes.
D6.
5 yet.
shots.
These are 4s to hit now.
Forced to hit. Pathetic. You're hitting like a Tau person. You reroll one of those.
Because
no, sorry. No.
You already used
That's
the
true.
reroll.
It's per unit. Yeah, per
Yeah,
unit.
per unit.
Never mind.
Oh wait, didn't I put I did put Benediction of the Omnissiah on this turn though, so I do reroll 1 hit roll, 1 wound roll, and 1 damage roll.
Oh yeah, so you get 1 extra reroll hit if you want to use it here.
And actually, what's the Mars thing that
Okay.
I haven't been doing?
The bars you used on the last unit, which is the reroll hit on the last model. So you used Benediction, and you used your bar reroll, so you have no more rerolls to hit.
Okay.
Except for
use a command point.
Oh, except for also reroll 1s for the mark. Alright, so you have 1 wound this time, no mortals, so just 1 save and a 4 up. And then you're feeling no pain. On a 5 up. Which is fine. So now that the Electrons are dead, now to the back squad. Are you?
So that.
Oh no, you have your 2 pistol
He's got a
shots.
couple more guns. He's got a couple
Yeah,
more
you got
guns,
2 pistol shots.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's not over till it's over.
So the 2 phosphor pistols are 1 shot each. Into the same squad. Still hitting on 4s. There's so many dice. Okay, well, re-rolling 1s for your aura. Okay, well, no, never mind. He did not want to do anything to those drones. Then you have the last one into the 2-man squad with no minuses.
So next D6.
Oh my gosh!
Come on.
3's the hit this time.
I'm shield drones. 3's to hit. Rerolling 1s.
Oh, it was almost like it was 4's to hit. Alright. And 4s again. So 1 wound, no mortals again. So 4 up. And you're fine, so that one's fine. And then your 2 pistols. There's so many dice. It's so many dice. 3s, 2 hits. Pistols are strength what? 4, I think? Yeah, so 4s again.
And
So
they get more.
1 mortal, 2 saves to make, so make your 2 saves.
I make
Hey,
yeah, well, it doesn't matter what order I do them in, but
Yeah.
You made the
You made both the saves, so you just need to feel the pain now.
come on, dice.
I didn't make this.
No,
Nope.
So 1 drone
One of
dies
them. One of the back drones dies. Let's say, actually, this might matter. Are you too far?
You're in.
So the other one is the one that dies.
Okay. So this one's dead. Alright, now it's just the alpha. So you got 1 D3 pistol shots for reasons.
Yeah, and if you want to laugh, do you know what's funny? This one drone that is there on its own, it could run away due to morale. They have leadership 6.
Oh yeah, you're right. You can fail on a 6. That's so
Yes. For some
Yes.
reason, the AI on the drones gets scared.
Alright, so you got 2 shots with the phosphor. Oh, that was your flavor breath. 4 shots with the flavor breath. He's T6, so you're gonna need 5s and 6s. T5.
No, T5, yeah.
So you're hitting on 4s. Okay, so you hit a lot. Alright, so you got 2 wounds, and they're also 2 mortals, which puts you at 5 mortals done. You can only do 6 mortals.
Okay.
So do you want to pass these over to your shield drones?
What AP do they have?
AP is 2, but if you pass them over, you're also passing the mortals over.
Yeah, anything big that can shoot at my guys? No?
Not this turn, no. You could pass 1 and not pass the other. That's totally an option too.
Yeah.
By the way to think of it is...
I'll try to pass both of them because there's still
on the 2
enough damage coming.
You pass both of them over. I'm guessing on the yellow, so 5 ups.
Yeah. 5 ups, they blow up.
They blow up. Alright, and then
yellow.
Your D3 phosphorus pistol. Oh, I'll take that guy.
Okay, so D3.
1 shot. Hitting on a 3. Oh, 4 actually, sorry, because you're a dense.
Oh. Hitting on a 4, I missed then.
Yep.
I missed.
Alright, so nothing to your broadsides. A few drones killed though.
Not bad. Okay, so I'll shoot. I wonder if this guy can shoot.
Yeah, he could definitely, because he's already in the terrain, so.
He's got a 12-inch pistol. I don't think that can hit anything. Oh yeah, he's in the terrain now, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So he can actually see through this building now. So I'm gonna
Not
shoot.
through, but you have the line of sight anyway, so you should be good.
Yeah, okay. So I'll shoot my.
You have your
Shoot this.
Volkite and your macro stopper.
Yeah, we'll just shoot everything into your broadside.
The front one.
Yeah.
The non--1 to hit one, yeah.
Oh, it's a pistol actually. You can't shoot a pistol and a heavy at the same time.
Oh, that's true. So yeah, do you want? I would do the Volkite over the pistol, obviously.
Yeah. Okay, so heavy D3 going.
Hey, no, that one's just 3 shots.
Oh yeah, it's 3 shots.
Did you want to change target based on that? Because you already have a -1 to hit.
Yeah. I could shoot these guys. Fire warriors.
You could.
That would be trying to play the objective a bit more. And then I could shoot them with one of these guys. But after one of them's dead. What's the best thing to shoot the fire warriors with? Maybe something with a lot of shots to catch as many of them as possible. So I think the tank. Yeah, okay. You know what? I'm going to shoot the Doom Crawler into the fire warriors.
Okay. So you're definitely outside the 18, so it's the second profile. So D6 shots either way, it doesn't change much. It's just a damage difference.
Alright, D6 shots, and I might CP this.
And it's 3.
3 shots. Do I CP reroll?
That's a hard one.
I don't really have any other sort of attack stratagems, I don't think, to help me get more damage.
No, and there are only 1 wound each, so you're really just looking for wounds at that point.
I might just save it for something else.
And I would say you're probably a -1 to hit because he's got his friend who's in the debts.
Okay, so 3 seems okay. It's perfectly average.
All right.
Oh, it's a blast weapon though.
He doesn't have enough models. It's all
only got
it's 6 or more
5.
models. You get 3 shots.
True.
11 or more
Okay.
is max.
So I'm
Force?
3s, right? Ballistic skill 3+, but you're saying -1, is it?
-1 for the dense cover there.
So 4, so only 1 hits.
And then 2 to kill.
And yeah, it's
Oh
really
no!
Oh, I'm gonna CP reroll for that one.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because I could get 1 kill here. Is that worth CP rerolling?
I don't know. I can't tell you, man.
That would give him his thing. I don't know.
No, it wouldn't give me a thing because you're going to charge my broadside, and I can. I mean, it would give me my secondary, sure, but you're going to get so many points on primaries that I don't think it's going to matter.
No, yeah, losing all those drones was unfortunate.
Yeah.
I haven't really got much else to spend CP on. Oh, I can reroll. A hit roll, wound roll, a damage roll.
Oh yeah, you're in Benediction. Yeah, you could just reroll anyway.
Right, we'll reroll that, and
Yeah.
it's a 6.
That's the one you did. Who do you want to kill?
I will kill the Shasoi.
But you still have the... Yeah, you're still the objective. Sweet.
Actually, that was probably the right play, because I don't think this guy can hand anymore. So yeah, that was the right play. Alright.
Can we hit this guy?
No.
The
tree.
The back drone, I think so, yeah.
Oh, back drone, absolutely. Actually, I'm not sure on the back drone either.
Nah, he's blocked, I think.
Yeah, that tree is pesky. Pesky tree.
I can't share anything with those guys. The only thing I shoot is...
Have you shot your punching fist? Yeah.
Yes, your some reason gun fist. Have you shot your gun fists?
And your vanguard?
Vanguard and Gun Fist. Okay, we'll shoot with the Gun Fist. Oh wait, we'll shoot with the Vanguard first.
Oh, that's just petty.
Into-
One surviving Vanguard and that one surviving
Yeah.
Archer Priest.
Should we
The
shoot
Electro
into the
Priest.
shield drone? It's bad. I don't think it makes any difference.
I don't think he can hit the shield throw. I think he's outside the 12. Yeah, he's just slightly out.
I'm gonna shoot with the Vanguard first, I think. Oh, actually, yeah, actually, I will shoot with the Electro Priest.
It's,
Oh, he is outside of 12.
yeah. You could shoot it with the Vanguard if you really wanted to, I guess.
What would you do?
I would probably shoot with the Vanguard into the shield drone first to see if I could kill it.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Vanguard and shield drone. I'm gonna use my stratagem here. I might as well.
It's so unnecessary.
Just one single guy.
Alright, so you're using enriched light rounds, so you're back down to 1.
Yeah. You know you're losing the battle of who is the best red boy when they're using this super good stratagem on one Vanguard to shoot one shield drone.
One single
I
shield
got
drone.
nothing else to use it for.
Just for style points. The shield drone
Style
isn't actually
points.
the shield drone isn't contesting an objective. It isn't risking a secondary. It just is existing at the back of the. No, he's dying.
He's gonna die.
So you got 3 shots, you're rerolling 1 hit, 1 wound, and you're auto wounding on force. And you're rerolling 1's the hit.
Well, one auto wound.
And you actually technically reroll 2 hits because Mars rerolls a hit and Benediction to the opposite. So reroll both the 2 and the 3. Okay, so
Okay.
2 wounds.
One of them is an auto wound. The other one you need to roll to wound.
It's auto wounds on force, so either way, 4's and 1.
Oh, yeah, on force. Okay, yes, sure.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. If
I
both of them are.
might CP. Oh wait, I need to.
No. But it was auto wounds on 4 or better, right?
Yeah, it's 4 or better, so you had 2 wounds.
Yeah, so both were auto wounds.
All right, so you saved 1. Can you save the drone on a 5-up? It's a dead drone.
Wait. I have a command point.
You cannot CP reroll a Field of Pain, unfortunately. You could have rerolled the same.
Oh, yeah. If I can't reroll a Film of Pain, sad drone.
You probably do want to save it for the charge that's about to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, finally, the shield drones are down. So the Coffee Sky Electro is going to shoot into this broadside with less wounds, I guess.
All right. You would be at the -1 to hit, so you're looking at 4s. 3 shots. Okay. You can. Do they get benedictions on silly man?
I can't cause. Yeah.
Yes, they do. So and your Mars. So reroll 2 of those. Oh, not motivated apparently.
No.
That guy's given up.
Bothered.
He's waiting to charge you. That's why.
He's just like, are you trying to make my charge range longer? Why would you do that?
Yeah, he just wants to charge. That's why. Okay, so we got the Tech Priest next.
Yeah, you got your Falgrite, or whatever it's called. Oh, that's the biggest shield drone of all time.
Yes, Revenge of the Drone.
So you have your Volkite Blaster, so you got 3 shots. Are you shooting the wounded one or the non-wounded?
Well, I'll shoot the not wounded one with the pistol first, I think.
Remember, you had to choose the pistol or the Volkite.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Okay, Volkite Blaster into the wounded one.
Okay. That one's still indent, so you're looking at 3s.
He can reroll his own ones.
He cannot reroll his own ones because he's not core. Unless I give him core.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not core. That said, you...
But he do get canticles.
Yeah, so he does get canticles. And... Alright, it's
T6 versus 5.
So 3s, yeah.
3s.
And for...
reroll 1 wound roll as well.
Yep.
So wound.
I have to read the Volkite because it does do mortal wounds on 6s for reasons.
Oh yeah, 6s, and I got 1 6, so that's 2 more wounds.
It is 2 mortal wounds on the Volkite, so he's got 2 wounds left. You cannot fail a save, basically, but you do have a 2-up save.
Yeah, sorry.
So 3 saves, a 2-up.
I'm trying to put his wounds down. I don't know.
2.
Yeah, I'm trying to press the 2 button, but it's not
Oh yeah, it's not
behaving
working for
itself.
some reason. That's weird. You could also manually change it. You just right click and go to wounds. Just type it in.
Okay, so how many saves do I need to try?
3 2-ups. There's no AP on these. You just need to not fail one of them. Okay, he's alive on 2 wounds. Oh Jesus.
But then he's got
Never
2
didn't
more
have
wounds
it.
as well, right?
The 2 mortal wounds have already
Oh,
been
yeah.
dealt. Yeah.
Yeah, he was at 4 wounds.
So he's still alive. Yeah, nice.
He's still alive. Yeah. All right,
that's
it's just a
all my
charge
shit.
phase now.
So let's try and make some charges.
So who are you charging with first? Because that does matter for his declaring.
Yeah.
For the greater good.
Stuff.
I think we're just gonna play it safe and put Electro Priest into this guy.
Okay.
Huh?
Tech
So
Priest could try and charge this guy, right?
he probably had to
Just-
go over the tree, so he couldn't.
Yeah.
Make it.
Just tell me who is trying to charge first.
We'll do Electro Priest first into this guy.
Okay. Essentially, in response to you declaring the charge before you even roll to see if you can do it, Mr. Yellow Broadside, which is the one that is currently not yellow.
The uninjured one.
Yes, the uninjured one is going to shoot all of his weapons against the Electro Priest.
Yeah, he'll do Overwatch.
Okay.
Yep. So let me 1, 2, 2 for the rail rifle, and 5, 6, 7. Come on, 8. Good. There we go. On 6s.
Okay, so you got one thing to go through. And you need
1, which is an SMS.
It does.
Into 3
So
goes through.
You need a 5-up save and 2 a 5-up save. It's failed.
Good.
And failed. So the
Good.
he did manage to kill the Electro Priest. So
Yes.
He's dead. Well done.
Yeah.
So you have your Raiders now. Why did I keep calling them Raiders? You have your Sulfur Hounds.
So they're gonna try and charge him. He's got no Overwatch left now, right?
Yes, he does.
Yes.
Because
Because
Tau
no-
are
Overwatch
weird.
again? Have you got enough
yeah.
CP to do that?
No,
Choose the last
I don't.
one, right?
Tau are weird.
Tell Overwatch
when-
for free.
Yeah, Tau
You don't have to
Overwatch
pay.
for free in a weird way.
Yeah.
The unit you're charging,
Can you use that twice in one phase?
yes, but listen, because
Really?
it is very weird.
Mhm.
The unit you're charging can Overwatch as many times as it can. So if you end up tagging it in melee and it hasn't killed you, you're screwed.
Yeah.
And you can't Overwatch anymore. But if he says, hey, person who is nearby, can you help? That person cannot shoot Overwatch anymore. So if you then charge them, they cannot shoot Overwatch.
Yeah.
But in this situation, when I don't think you're charging with anyone else, he's going to say, hey, other broadside who are within 6 inches, please, for the greater good. So both of them are going to shoot your Sulfur Hounds.
Yes.
Right.
So
essentially this twice.
yeah. Oh, okay. So
Yeah, so
I'll just
come on.
get rid of these.
They got
There you
2 wounds each. Go for it.
So
gonna do it,
do the big gun first, because the order
Yeah.
you do this does matter. You want them to save the
They only
big gun
need to
first.
make like
That's
a
true.
5-inch charge in there.
Yeah, the big gun does
And
wound.
wounds at 8b4. You have a 5-up invuln on the Raiders, so you need to make a 5-up save on the Raiders.
Come on, 5 up.
As it failed, so how much damage? The rail rifle's d6, right? So you
Yeah.
roll your d6. Just needs to be a 2 or more. Hey, that's super dead Raider. And then the 2 SMS. 2
Strength 5.
wounds. Yeah, 2 wounds. We have a 4-up save though, so 2 saves at the 4-up.
2 saves.
2 saves at the 4 up. Yeah. And so 1 raider takes 1 wound. So now you kind of want to do the opposite here. You want him to try to lose the last wound on his raider first. So if you get any of the missiles, you want to roll the wound rolls on the missiles first.
So yeah, 1 of the missiles.
That would fail the wound.
That fails the wound. The heavy rail rifle, come on, please.
Does wound, so another 5 up save. Which he does.
Made it.
Very good.
Alright, now you just need to make the charge. It is a distance of 5.8, so you need at least 5 inches.
5 inches, man. Come on. This is what I've been saving my CP for.
There it is. You made a 6 inch charge.
6.
So they all move 6 inches. And you get the front guy there. I really want combat town to happen, and
Yeah.
you to kill that 1 raider. That would give me great joy.
Don't worry, that I have a idea.
Okay, so I think they can all hit, right?
Yes, you just have to be within a half an inch of a model. So any models within an inch can hit, and then any models within half of an inch of a model that can hit can hit.
Yeah, okay, so now I would like to use my last CP for Repulsor Impact Field. Select a unit that was successfully charged, a battlefield unit, this broadside. For every model that is any enemy model that is within 3 inches, I roll d6.
What's all this
And
So much
and
trickiness.
Our strategist coming out.
and on a 6, it does a mortal wound. So
this is a Hail Mary of a play. I've never seen this stratagem used.
Okay.
Nope.
Never shot.
It could have killed one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually not used because
It's terrible.
It's terrible. But in this situation, it's what I needed.
All right, so you get to attack first.
So can I charge with this guy first?
He probably can't make it because now with the way you place him, he has to make over a 12-inch charge because of
yeah.
He wouldn't be
because it's you have to end within an inch, and you're at -2 for over a log. It's already 11.5 to get there, so you already need like 13.5, which is not possible on 2 dice.
That's true. Okay, yeah, the log's been in my way. Alright, then let's go to the Vine Face.
Yeah, so each dude has 2 attacks.
Yeah, but before that, since we were talking about phases and stuff, pile-ins and consolidates.
Yes, that happens in the fight phase as you activate.
Yes.
So if he wants to get closer, if you want to get closer to the model, you can. The pile-ins actually are affected by the -2 and the dense stuff. So if you wanted to tag your broadside, you still can because he's going to be.
Because if you want to be a really annoying person, you could try to dance around them and try to tag the other one with the consolidate.
Probably can't. No, you might be able to tag the other one if you.
Yeah, because the hounds are big.
Yeah. So
I get to pile in first, right?
Yeah, 3 inches. The problem with this one is that as soon as you move there, you hit the dense, so it just becomes 1 inch. So you're basically moving. You can move 2 inches to the edge of the forest, basically.
Best thing I could do is move
there for him
to the edge.
The big thing is this guy because you can move him 3 that way, and then you wait till after the combat's done, and then you can move him 3 more this way. And then that guy moves in. All right, and then how does their attacks work? Because there's some weird stuff. All right, so you make 2 attacks with your clawed limbs, and
so when I fight, I make 2 additional attacks with the clawed limbs, and it's just the alpha that has the arc maul on him.
So basically, 2 normal dudes get 4 attacks. I think we're reading that right.
Yeah, so it's just their normal melee, basically.
Yeah.
Because I haven't any melee weapon.
It's basically, you're going to have 8 attacks with strength 4. And then you have your special dude. The alpha can make 2 attacks with his 2 or 3? he can make 3 attacks with his hammer, and then 2 attacks with the limbs. So you're going to have 10 attacks with the limbs. 2
Should I
attacks with
do
the
the
hammer.
limbs? Yeah, sure. Let's just do the limbs first. Well, in fact, what order is the best?
Doesn't matter,
I'll do
really, because
the
they're all going to the same target. If it was different targets, it would matter, but they're all the same.
Okay, I'll do the I'll do just the normal attacks first, right? So that's coming from 2 of them. So that'd be they get 2 attacks each, so there's 4 attacks, right?
4 attacks each, and then 2 attacks for the alpha, so you're looking at 10 attacks.
Well, the alpha's going to be hitting them with his arsenal.
Yep, so but you still get 2 additional attacks with his doggo. The 4 attacks each for the normal dudes is because you're just using the doggo's profile for all the hits, if I remember correctly. If I'm doing that right. Yes, you can choose.
Oh yeah, I can use the clawed limbs then.
Yes, so you can
With my
use.
guy's profile. Ah, sick. Yeah, okay. All right then. Well,
So you're looking at 10 attacks with clawed limbs, 2 for the alpha, 8 for the 2 normal dudes.
wait, yeah. So
And then the hammer's just straight better, so you still want to hit someone with the hammer.
all 3 of them hit with clawed limbs, and they get 4 attacks each. That's what it's
4 attacks each for the 2 normal dudes because they're 2 base, and they don't have any other melee weapon, so you might as well use the clawed limbs. Then you're gonna do 3 attacks with the hammer of the alpha, 2 attacks with the limbs with the dog. So you have 10 limbs total, and then 3 hammer hits.
I see what you mean. Because this would be, yeah, the 2 extra attacks.
They are hitting on 4s in combat.
Clawed limbs. So is it what?
Hitting on 4s, your weapon skill 4.
Okay, let's do this first then. Let's go 4, and then not rerolling.
Now, does Benediction work?
Well, they do get can skills actually, because they're Skitari.
Yeah, that does work in the attack. So you have 1 hit to reroll. Although you might want to save that for your hammer, because your hammer is just straight better.
I get to reroll 1 hit roll, 1 wound roll, and 1 damage roll.
Yeah, for the unit though. So you might want to save the hit reroll, or I guess you already used it.
Yeah, I already used it. Great.
So he's toughness 5, you're strength 4, so it's 4 wounds. So Gil, you got 4 saves, but there's no minus on these.
Okay, so 2 up saves coming up.
Yeah, I'll just take these away. So you're fine. And then 3 attacks with the hammer. Same thing. Hitting on 4s.
Wait, was it 10 attacks?
10 attacks with the claws, and then you have 3 more attacks with the hammer. Because the alpha has 3 attacks base. Unless the hammer has a special roll. It does, but only against vehicles, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're not a vehicle.
Yeah. Yeah. Battle suits are not vehicles, which is weird. So yeah, so you need. Did you do your 3 attacks with the hammers?
Yeah, that's all the. Oh no, I didn't do the hammers yet. So these are
4s again. You do, I think, get your Mars reroll. Is that shooting? Or is that just. Let's see. Mars reroll is. Fight 2. So yeah, Mars reroll. So you got 2 hits. And then this is strength. What strength is it? This is strength plus
Probably enough.
3. So it should be 3s. So
Yeah,
2 wounds.
5s are far enough. AP?
Is AP 2.
Okay, so 4 ups.
Yeah, and just 1 damage.
Okay.
So he lives at 5 wounds.
alright, and then I consolidate 3 inches.
Yeah, so you consolidate 3 inches more, but it's only be 1 inch for that guy because he's moving into the
But consolidating, you need to be closer.
And it has to be
And closer to the closest model. So you will need
this
to
guy can definitely move that way, and if you just keep his long way this way, like you don't even have to turn him, he would tag him anyway. Because tag is just within an inch, so that would be a tag.
Yeah.
This guy's just gonna have some trouble, but he'll try.
But I mean, he could punch you now with his his focus broadsides.
Yes. So both of my broadsides get to punch you.
Shoot.
No, they can't shoot.
Nope, because they're not monsters or vehicles.
They're 3
So-
attacks each, though. That surprises me. So you do have 6 attacks.
Yeah, suits are punchy. They just punch really, really badly.
Inaccurately, apparently. Yours
yeah,
does 5.
Yeah. So
5.
fives.
Oh, that's not what we wanted to see.
It's what we expected.
It's a 3 to wound, though.
Oh,
It is a
That's
wound.
AP nothing, 1 damage. Let's see if that damaged one dies.
Even with the that's one save. It didn't matter. It's still tied to its battle suit punch. Amazing. Amazing. I love it. Oh man. That is gold. It's the end of the turn. Actually, you know what has to happen too? The hounds have to do morale. Because you did lose 2 hounds this phase. So on a 5, you feel leadership on the hounds.
5.
Ah, that's an auto attacks.
That
That would have been a big deal.
Yeah.
That would have been massive. All right. Your fire wars, you good?
Yeah.
So that just leaves you down to morale's done. So yeah, now it's just back to this is turn 3 now.
Yep. I score 1
Yeah, you get
point.
5 points. Yep.
Yeah, do I score anything? No.
At the end of turn, you do not have anything in this table quarter. If you had something in this table quarter, you would have got engaged. You did not get anything banners. You definitely got attrition. You absolutely got attrition. Alright, so 5 points for you. And nothing
These
for
people-
engage. You might actually get we stand, we fight at this rate.
Yeah. They are surprisingly tanky. Well, that guy doesn't want to stand.
Oh, you're
Don't
good.
know.
You just put
But-
him right next to him.
But he is there. He is more than 6 inches away from.
You're good. Yeah, he could just be
Yeah.
right under it. You're fine.
Don't you?
I don't think he can be right under it because he needs to be. I don't think it's a per model basis, the action of the Octarius thing.
And either way,
Like
you'd be fine.
Yeah. Wobbly model
Yeah.
syndrome, so he's going to pretend to be there.
Yep, you're good.
They're going to do that action to give me some points, and then this broadside is going to fall back that way.
Excuse me. I just wanted to ask.
Yes.
The primaries. When do you score the primaries?
The beginning of the battle round. So we're now at the beginning of battle round 3. It comes in his command phase. He got 5 points because his guy started on that last objective, so he's holding at least 1.
Right.
Secondaries depend on the secondary. Like
So when do I score?
beginning of your turn 3, because he started. He was first turn. So this is
Right.
battle round 3. So it actually just needs to be pushed on over to his turn. And then
So I need to choose new canticles and doctriners now.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. I will choose.
Memeing the score in the general situation, this is not looking good for Tao. It's a bit of a struggle. Both his broadsides unfortunately got tagged this turn.
Both of them are falling back.
Yeah, and
Especially the front one is trying to score me the engage and trying to hide from all of big guns so that it hopefully needs to get charged to die. And if it's getting charged, I'm doing something well.
yeah.
That's basically where I'm at. I don't have any shooting, I don't think, because this guy, Fire Warriors, are doing actions. Everyone else fell back, so that's my turn.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You're
I'm
just
gonna-
slightly out of that objective.
I'm gonna choose to use nothing for my doctriner, but I think I'll choose Invocation of Machine Vengeance, which is advanced roll, charge roll is
Okay.
roll an additional d6.
Sounds good.
Discard the lowest result.
Alright, so these guys are doing their action. Is that right? So you got 2 table quarters, so that's automatically going to be at least 4 points there, so that's good. Yeah. So now it's just up to you don't have much. You don't really have any shooting.
No, I don't. And if I get control of the turn counter, so if Dusty clicks it over to my turn, because we are still technically in his fight phase.
Yeah.
Now I just skip through my whole turn because I just was able to move.
And that's it. So that's the end of the beginning of your turn. You score 15 because you do.
Well, I did score engage on all fronts the previous turn.
Yes, you did score engage, and you now have 4 points for your teleport armor.
Yeah.
Okay. There's nothing still in the command phase.
Oh man, it sucks so hard. You'd actually be doing okay right now if your commander was alive.
Yeah.
It's gonna Kalyan. Oh, it's so sad. That commander died so early. Oh, it's so unfortunate.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, you know what is really annoying about broadsides? They're battle suits, so they're not monsters or vehicles, so they can't protect your commander.
It's very weird. They are.
Which means that I only had, like, only the 2 breachers were the things that could protect my commander, so he was going to get shot anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. Sorry about the dog. Unfortunately, we probably should have...
Yeah, because the broadsides are units of 1, and all of the drones were units of 2, so there wasn't anything 3 or higher. It is really annoying when the rules interact in this way, that it's like, well, you're screwed.
Yeah, even just having the drones there probably would have saved him, which is so unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because you could have just passed them over and the drones would be dead
Yeah.
instead. I think that was the hardest part, is losing the commander.
Yep.
If you lost that squad, you could have recovered, but the commander, it's such a big deal.
Yeah.
I didn't think you could kill that squad.
Yeah.
That was gonna happen.
Yeah, we forgot about the strats.
Yeah. Just make sure that one raider doesn't end within an inch of the broadside, and you're good.
Yeah. But yeah, and another like the problem with the broadsides is that they have such bad ballistic skill that the heavy rail rifle is very, very hard to hit.
That's town in general too. It's like
but the thing is that if you change the heavy rail rifle to the missiles, then you get 8 strength 7 AP1 damage D3 shots, and 8 shots hit a lot more times than just 2.
Yeah, the missiles are generally better. It is unfortunate that Tau have such a weird ballistic skill, though.
Yeah. That's why all of the top lists run the Farsight Enclaves XV8s with I'm going to spend CP to give them a more reasonable 3 ballistic skill.
Yeah. I mean, if he doesn't kill your broadsides, there's still hope.
Yeah. That's the weird thing, yeah.
If he does not kill those broadsides this turn, you actually are in a good place. And so I'm rooting for you that he has really bad luck.
But I doubt it, because he's just moving the Doomcrawler over.
You know what? It is random shots. So there's possible. There's no rerolls on that thing besides a hit roll. Now, he could charge a broadside with the Doomcrawler, which would be pretty hilarious. But the slow march of the Cataphrons.
Yeah, they've moved, let's see.
They moved, I think,
7 inches.
Super slow movement.
I think that they've been moving like full tilt every turn. It's just that the woods and the Canticle Doctrina, whatever it was, that gave them -3 movement. Like, they are so slow.
Yes. All right. Are you ready to shoot some stuff, Dusty?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right. What's shooting first?
Well, maybe the Fire Warriors. I'll shoot at them.
What's shooting at them? The Raiders?
Because
Or-
that will stop you getting more points, right? I don't know. I could just shoot
Uh,
the broadside.
I honestly
yeah.
have no idea. I don't know if you could.
Well,
Oh
no.
yeah, you could have
Actually,
some
they
on-
shot.
both have the same.
Yeah, no. Honestly, right now the broadsides are giving me more points
Yes,
because
broadsides are probably the better
each of them is giving me 5 points if it survives the game.
Yes.
The breachers, best they can do is run back and try to get that objective.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, these two Cerberus, they're going to put everything into the broadside. So.
Okay.
One
Are
of
you
them's the
doing any stratagems? Are we gonna have to do that again?
Yes, please. Mars. Wrath of Mars. He does have a 2-up save.
I mean,
He
yeah,
could tank it.
he
so
could actually take it.
Getting some mortals on him is the way to ignore the 2-up save.
Alright then. That's good. You convinced me.
You're down about the 1 CP, so yeah. I mean, that really pesky Vanguard. Oh, he can't see. Oh no, he can't see one broadside.
So I guess I'll do the sulfur breath first.
All right. Yeah. So you just roll 2d6. Now there are no minuses, so you're hitting on 3s.
Oh,
That's
9.
9 shots. You rolled. It does not help you rolled very well this game.
Oh man. Alright, 9. Hitting on.
Okay. Oh, they even out so hard. So you're hitting on 3s, I think? Yes,
Yeah,
you're hitting on 3s.
Mars reroll one of them.
Yeah,
but-
you do get a free reroll here if you want to save it for this or the pistol. Or not. Okay. So far, it's you're hitting on 3s.
Yes, yeah.
The Immortal so far. Wow. That's only 1 wound, too. You got a 2-up save to make. You make the save.
Damn.
Barely.
You do have 4 pistols, though. Oh, wait, no, you have D3 shots with the Alpha, and then you have... How many shots with the other one? 2 shots. So 2 shots with a normal pistol. One hit. Reroll's been used. No wounds so far. And then D3 shots with the Alpha.
Oh man.
Only 1. Oh.
I might CP reroll that.
You still have your Doom Crawler, D. Are you sure?
Because I want the mortals.
That's a big fish. You are fishing hard for the mortals.
The Catapron
Yeah.
can kill the Catapron can also shoot the broadside, so it's not just the Doom Crawler shooting.
Yeah, you still have the Tech Priest too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, I'll leave it.
And the Vanguard, don't forget him. He might surprise you.
He's done a lot of work this game.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so that failed.
You still that was how many shots you get, so you still have 1 shot, so you still can make a shot. So hitting on the 3 hits, wounding on the 5 or 6. Nope, no wounds there. The Wrath of Mars failed. Alright, so that leaves, you've got your Vanguard, you've got your Dominus, which I realize you actually probably should have banners with your Vanguard, because he's just been sitting there for 2 turns now.
I guess we'll try the Dominus into the broadside. He's not within 12.
Either way, the Phosphor, that ridiculous mortal wound gun is way better.
These guys.
That's true. I'm actually not sure what the better option is there.
I think I'll shoot the
I mean, in theory, those could actually steal the objective off you.
Catapron, because he's the only person that can see him. I'm going to shoot the one Catapron at this guy.
Okay. Was it 2 shots? Yep, 2 shots. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. Man, that broadside lives. I don't know. I can't believe it. That broadside's a hero.
Alright then, with the tank. Because then these guys could attempt to charge over here. Might as well. Yeah. You could challenge me for this objective. It doesn't really matter. To be honest, I've won. I think we can.
No, I think we have to play this to the last.
There is some silly things that could happen. It's unlikely, but there are some silly things that could happen.
Yes, I mean, we did agree in the beginning that I still have another 500 points in Deep Strike, right?
Right. Correct.
Okay, so. Alright, the tech priest will fire into this guy.
Alright, you got your Volkite, you're at the -1, so you're hitting on 3s. The fact that just like a normal 70-point dude has this gun that just does 2 mortal wounds on 6s is wild to me.
Alright, so.
You also have the red axe, which you haven't tried to use at all.
Yeah, I can maybe get him to charge this guy
Yeah.
afterwards.
There's, what, 6 attacks for reason?
So this is a Volkite Blast, a heavy 3. In on 2s, right? But it's 3 dense, so hitting on 3s.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Does he get to reroll his own 1?
He gets the Mars reroll, so you get that at least.
Okay.
So 3 hits. Alright, well, there is no mortals, so that saved your butt. You just need 2 up saves. If you fail one of those 2 up saves, you are a dead broadside, though.
That's why I have two command points.
There you go. He's alive!
Didn't even need it.
He lives!
Alright, we'll fire the stubber. So that's 5.
Like, I know
Micro
already
Stubber's
that
the pistol. You can't fire the pistol in the Volkite.
Oh, that's yeah. I can get that.
yeah. I know already that the Vanguard is going to be the one to finish the broadside.
It might be. It might be that tech priest. Combat tech priest.
I don't think he can see him through the wire.
No, not this turn. Next turn, he's going to come out and just shoot it straight between the eyes.
You do still have that Doom Crawler.
Well, yeah.
Fire the
Doomcrawler probably will melt the other one. Has more wounds.
The question is, who do you want to fire the Doomcrawler at?
I think.
I think for the sake of walls, yeah.
These guys can kill him in the charge for sure.
They might not.
They might not, but they can try.
I think you should fire the Auditor into the 2-wound one, and then have some glorious combat with your tech priest.
That's true. Alright then. Yeah. 36 inch. Heavy D6. 8. Be -3. I need to get rid of your. Because it's the invulnerable is still the same anyway, so I might as well, right? Yeah, it's only 2 damage, but I only need 2 damage anyway. So
yeah, you only need 2 damage on that guy either way.
Alright, heavy D6.
It is just down to dice rolls at this point.
Oh, 3 shots.
Alright. You're hitting on 3s. I think you should be hitting on 3s.
Yeah, oh hit.
Yeah, you should be able to draw a line without crossing dents.
Oh, 5 and a 6, man. 2 5s and a 6.
I took 3 wounds. They're AP2. They're AP3. Alright, so you need 5s. Oh my god!
How much damage are they?
They're 2 damage. Are you gonna spend the TP to try and save them?
3 damage, you said.
2 damage.
2, which is just enough to kill it.
Just enough to kill him, but you could try to reroll it.
Yeah, I'm going to reroll it.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh!
No! No!
Oh,
Okay.
so good. Oh, poor hero. All right, so that leaves your charge phase. If you want these guys to charge into them, you basically need a 12 because of the -2. And because you don't actually have to climb over the log, he only probably needs like a 6. It depends on whose base is.
Oh, I got 3 inches. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, they're not doing it.
So Tech Priest will try. So what would he be? He needs 2 extra inches, right? And what 5 would be enough.
You can actually go around the log, so it's potentially. I think it might be a 7 either way. His base is kind of large, so it's kind of hard to tell where his base would fit. So I'd probably say about the 7 either way. It might be a 6. It depends if your base can fit here or not.
Oh yeah, that's true. If he was going all the way through,
probably be about a 7.
About a 7, yeah. Okay. Alright, let's try for the 7.
You do get to fire Overwatch.
Oh,
only on 6s, but
Invocation of Machine Might. I forgot.
Oh yeah, you roll an extra d6 too.
An extra d6.
It was not going to help you.
One extra d6 for my. No, it's not going to help anything.
Yeah, it's not going to help at all.
For the old one. Okay, so 3 d6 here. Discard the lowest.
Yeah. Alright, so you will make it. So now you just need to make sure or hope he does not roll an astronomical amount of 6s.
Are you doing your Overwatch thing?
He is doing
Overwatch thing. I mean, why wouldn't I?
Of course, naturally.
Yeah, so these ones are going out. These ones are my dice.
There we go. Oh, it's possible. One of those railguns hit.
Yeah, I'll
save it for the damage. Save it for the damage.
Yeah. Let's see. To wound.
Alright, so red would need probably a 3. Blue fails. So
yeah,
this is big. Because the railgun is d6 damage. You have a 5-up? No, you got a 4-up involt. So you have to see if you make your 4-up involt, because that's the Warlord trait you chose, right?
Yeah, and it also does something else, I think.
Yeah, my heavy rail rifle hasn't done a single mortal wound the whole game.
Yeah,
it subtracts one from the damage characteristic of the
okay, so you literally need to roll 6 to kill him if you fail your save.
So what do I?
You need one save of a 4-up, so just 1 dice.
1 save of a 4-up.
Ah! He's fine. It was worth a shot. Alright, so you have...
Is the Doomcrawler also charging?
That's a good question. Is the Doomcrawler also charging?
Yes.
Okay.
Why not? But then you can Overwatch it as well, can't you?
No, he can't anymore.
Combat. I don't know why you would charge the Doomcrawler, but you can, I guess.
I mean, just so I can spend 1 CP and do 1 mortal wound to it.
I mean, try to repulsor field the Doomcrawler.
I mean, it's not going to do anything, but I can try.
I'll charge it.
A man can dream.
Yeah, he's gonna get in. Okay, so
what a game!
That's ground there.
Yeah, you should have enough. Yeah, because you could just grab on the rocks. The rocks don't have characteristics or anything.
I'll still get 6 though, so.
It's not dense or anything. You can.
It's not dense.
Yeah.
So I got 5. All right.
And you remember you only have to end in an inch, so you got plenty. All right, so your axe.
These guys later.
Are you actually going to try to do the repulsor field?
I'm still
I mean, yes, I have 1 command point and it does nothing else otherwise.
Okay.
So let's say red is the Tech Priest, blue is the Doomcrawler. 6 is mortal wound.
No.
Nah.
That's worth a shot. All right, this ridiculous axe. You have how many attack space? You are 3 attack space. You get 3 additional attacks, so it's 6 attacks at strength 6. For some reason, it's AP 5. You're hitting on 3s, and you get a Mars reroll.
10 on 3s.
1 Mars reroll. So 4 hits. It's strength 6, so you need 3s. Oh! He'll live! He'll live! It's AP5, so you can't save it. So it's 2 damage.
How much
each.
damage? 2 damage each.
He's alive on 1. He has 1.
Yeah, I need the tank to hit him now. That
Yeah.
charge was well worth it, man.
Yeah, hit me with the onager.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's 3 attacks.
Got 3 attacks.
Hitting on
5
5s.
up.
It's not bad for a tank.
It's actually not.
It's those spider legs.
You do have a Mars reroll.
Have a mouse reroll.
That's 2
Oh.
hits on 6s.
How am I getting so lucky this game?
It's 1 wound. You need a 2-up save. I swear if you feel the same.
Oh my, made it. He survives with 1 wound.
He does survive on 1 wound. Oh,
Now he's going to punch you back.
which are you punching? The tech priest?
I'm punching the tech priest. It's
Okay.
softer.
Right? Oh, wow.
I make 2 punches.
It
Sorry.
is 3s. It's a wound.
Okay, 4 up.
You have a 2-up on him.
Oh, 2.
Get back!
Oh, I failed. Almost damage.
It's 1 damage.
Okay, well, damage.
He got punched in the face by a towel.
Oh,
We'll see.
but he fails it. It's just a flesh wound.
Oh,
It's
that's...
a measly flesh wound.
He just kind of like tried to turn with his railgun and he's getting just the crap beat out of him and just kind of like
one question. One rules interaction question.
Yes.
If you're in combat with someone, can you charge into some other
You
combat?
cannot, unfortunately.
Okay.
I see what you're trying to do. No, you can't do that.
Because that Vanguard has to die. That is just my objective now. When I get my next turn, if I'm not winning the game the normal way, I will have a moral victory if that Vanguard dies. So next turn, my whole turn is just going to use my breachers to try to get the Vanguard.
I mean, that's fair. You're in your final turn. You've got your breachers.
Yeah, I need a long charge first, like a long advance first, to be able to make it through the building, and then we are shooting that person. So first off,
you can't advance a charge, right?
No, but I can advance and shoot because they're assault weapons.
I thought you were just gonna actually walk forward and then charge him. Which you could totally do if you wanted to.
I can, yes, but then it's much less likely than I'll actually kill it.
Yeah, but combat town.
That's true, yes.
I'm gonna use a canticle, right?
Okay.
Litany of the Electromancer. So if you try to make a melee attack against me, it subtracts 1 from the hit.
Yeah, I'm not charging then. Hitting on 6s, it's not happening. So, advancing.
I don't think that's enough.
CP reroll.
That might be enough.
That's good.
12 should do it. 12 would put... Yep. You can shoot him. You can definitely shoot him if you have here.
The fate dice.
I think it's literally 1 guy. But you can shoot him.
No, but can't I go through the building?
You could, yes. So you might be able to get a few through the building there, too.
Yeah, I think that through the building is better, because my guns get better the closer I am.
I think
That at least 2 of them should make it.
It might only be 1 because your base size.
You're gonna steal this objective from me, sneaky.
You could have 1 go in, like right in front of him.
God.
Like the guy up there. And then you could have this guy go here. And then use the other 2 to keep coherency. And then you should be able to get 2 to shoot him.
Let's say that one is there, because they're really, really fiddly to put.
Yeah, I gotcha. I can move a little bit more for it. There you go. Oh, come on.
And this guy is just...
There you go. Just outside an inch. And then, yeah, you just want them positioned so you're not out of coherency.
Yeah. Okay, so first guy is definitely within
Yes, you
the
should
close
have.
range of the pole blaster. Second guy isn't.
Yes. And you should have all your far side benefits.
Yeah, but the second guy isn't close enough for the short range pulse blaster.
So you're gonna have one with the medium range and one with the close range. Hitting on 5s.
Yeah.
Do it though. He's only got 1 wound.
Yeah. I know that he only has 1 wound. That is what I'm trying.
You can do it.
I'll just check. Is it?
Moral victory for the Fire Warriors.
You know.
I mean,
what?
This group has done pretty well this game.
Yeah.
I think with 9th edition, they should just allow you to bring more units at the very least.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to use my 1 CP strat, point blank volley. Their pulse blasters are. Oh no, shit! They're pistol weapons. I can't do that. Never mind. I can't do it after advancing. I was going to try to shoot you also with the pistols to increase the number of shots, but I can't. So, because that is one of the sneaky, horrible Tau strats that our infantry can shoot also their pistols to increase by 50% their shot output. But okay.
All right, 2 at close range.
2 at close range.
1 hit.
1 hit. Strength 6.
So 2 to wound. It is a wound. It is AP what? 3 or 2? AP 2.
Close range is 2.
So you need a 5 up, I think. He's dead. He's dead.
He's dead. No. Should I TP reroll it?
Oh my gosh.
Honestly,
Okay,
you should
that's
CP reroll it, yes.
So
Oh no.
even more dead.
Damn
it.
Oh. Okay.
Oh
Well.
my gosh.
Good game.
What a game. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, technically, you get to declare who fights first because no one charged. So
Yeah.
you would definitely fight with your tech priest first.
Okay. I will not end the game yet. I will fight with the broadside because that's funny.
Oh no, he would. The tech priest has to fight first, or
Yeah.
Duke Girl.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I'm going to go to that combat. I'm not going to give up quite yet.
Okay.
I have to end the game quite soon though because it's getting very late here and other people need to sleep in the same house.
Alright, so the tech priest is 6 attacks. So basically the way it works is no one charges, starting with the opponent's turn, you alternate.
We switch, yeah.
Wow! Okay.
All the 4s. Let's hope they all turn into 6s.
These are 3s now.
Turning into 1s, come on.
Wow! Alright, it's only 3 again. You do need to make all of these. Oh wait, no. They're AP5.
No,
sorry, you just
AP5. No,
you just
I won't.
You just melted.
Boom. Actually, I have 1 CP, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Let me check something.
Oh wait, no, I think you spent both of them on the reroll of the advance and the. Oh wait, no, you did do the stratagem. Yes, you have 1 CP.
Yeah, I didn't do the stratagem. I have 1 CP left. Good. Just because it's very funny. A 1 CP failsafe detonator. Use this stratagem when a battlesuit unit from your army is destroyed in the fight phase. Before removing the last model, roll a dice for each unit, friend and foe, within 3 inches of that model. On a 4-up, 1 mortal wound.
Okay.
Okay.
So
we're going to be spiteful until the end.
On the tech priest.
On the tech priest, 4-up.
No.
Nope. On the Doomcrawler.
No.
Nah.
It was worth a shot.
Not even in death.
Not even in death. Oh man.
Oh.
And then, that Fire Warriors one is
definitely. The Fire Warriors, yeah.
Oh man, it was a valiant effort after that turn 1.
Yeah, that turn 1 was crippling.
Yes, it was very crippling, unfortunately. That was a good game, though. Like.
Yeah, very good game.
Yeah, good game, man.
Yeah. You guys are super ready to just jump into any looking for games or whatever you want to do. I don't think you need. I have played competitive matches where people know their armies less than you guys do, so you are very much ready to start doing whatever you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair play.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, thanks for the helping us. Helping us
Yeah, of
out.
course. It was a fun game to watch. It was a valiant effort on the Tal's part. Admec definitely showing how strong they are, but it was pretty cool to watch. I was surprised at how much work those
I mean,
broadsides did.
I have to say
Yeah,
that with the new codexes, I do enjoy the armies being powerful.
Yes.
I think if
yeah.
they just bring everybody up, then
Yeah,
Yes.
and
be
not
okay.
only powerful, but what I really enjoy is this whole every turn you select something to happen,
Yes.
which every ninth army has. So it's not just that they are crazy powerful and they're looking at their stat blocks, but they're much more interesting to play because you have a lot more decisions to do during the game.
Yeah. 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 I
Where my armies just decide what weapons I give them at the beginning, and then decide what strats I use. I have no other layer offs to work with.
mechanically, like it's much more interesting to play the newer decks. It's like 100% agree.
Mm-hmm.
But thanks for coming, guys. We really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the game. Apparently we need to work on our towel list building. So we'll get better at making our towel lists. Sorry. All right, guys. Yeah, but thank you so much. Thank you for coming by. I got to do my end plugs as a reminder, guys. If you're enjoying what you're watching, please make sure you support the 40K TTS Discord and the 40K TTS community through their Patreon. Also, please hop on the Discord if what you watched that was interesting to you and you're trying to learn 40K and want to learn some new stuff or how to play. There's a bunch of people on there to help you. There's also the 40K TTS Discord Reddit if you ever want to pop in there for some information or for just conversation. And you can always catch me at twitch.tv/Grandalf_TS. My Twitch, I usually stream on Fridays. Saturdays, I'm now going to be doing this. And Sundays, I'll have a stream. Next week, I plan to get competitive games in this week. It just didn't happen. I'm hoping next week I'll get something. But thank you, guys. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for everyone who followed today, subscribed, liked. It was awesome having everyone today. And thanks for watching. Bye, guys.